Lovely, lovely rendition. Lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. We're ready for first pitch here at Thomas More Stadium. Yannick Villalobos on the mound for Florence. The first 3-2 up for the Boomers. Alec Craig, Christian Fedko, and Miles Beal. Florence donning the white and baby blue pinstripes with the red, white, and blue caps. Schaumburg in the all-gray jerseys with black caps and orange brims. After a colorful day yesterday, we're back to the monochromatic colors.
We are. It was a fun one, but good to see the pinstripes once again. I think the first time we've seen Villa in the pinstripes too.
How about that? Villalobos on the mound, 0-1 with a 6 ERA entering today. He's made 2 of his starts here at home. His last one out was his best. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, and 5 Ks. Did allow a home run, but was in a 9-8 win. He was not eligible to get that win, so still 0-1 on the season, but a guy with a lot of professional experience. Not only is he's also pitching in professional baseball since 2016. He's the longest tenured Florence y'all as well. Alec Craig, the new Frontier League leader in walks in Frontier League history, will lead things off. That is a lefty against lefty battle. A few more, not lefties, but also switch hitters in the lineup today. Miles Beal being the switch hitter, and Alex Calarco enters as well. Will Prater we saw yesterday as a lefty, but Tony Livermore entering the lineup as a lefty too. So 3 lefties, 2 switch hitters that, if Florence goes to a righty in the pen, you'll see hit from the left side as well.
Yeah, it felt like yesterday they were trying to load it up a little bit with righties against Alpern. It doesn't feel like they're trying to do the same thing with those couple of switches, but I'll tell you what, you play Florence, 80% chance you're seeing a lefty as a starting pitcher. So
you're absolutely right. Florence with 4 lefties. It'll be lefties the entire series on the mound for the y'all starting pitching. And then you'll have that righty in Zach Westcott, but he's the only starter right now from the right side on the roster. Alec Craig digs into the lefty batter's box. Congratulations to Craig on breaking that record yesterday, the all-time walk record in the Frontier League. A guy with a very good sense of his zone. Villalobos wind up, third base side of the rubber. First pitch is in there for a strike here on Saturday, May 30th. 75 degrees, partly cloudy skies, but the sun shining down on us here at Thomas More Stadium for Grateful Dead Night. It's brought out a good crowd of the Florence faithful.
It's about as picture perfect as it gets weather-wise.
Yeah. Called time at the plate from Craig. Wind blowing out a little bit towards right field. A couple decent wind gusts. The 0-1 missing downstairs. Villalobos, 6'1", 230 pounds on the mound. Left-handed pitcher has started with Florence back in 2021.
Lost his footing a little bit on the mound too there.
An all-star season in 2025 for Villa. 2-1 record with a 2.05 ERA. 8 game starts, 44 innings pitched, 28 Ks to 14 walks. 2-1. Fastball misses inside at 87.
It's a good-looking pitch. I'm not sure if that was a strike, but Villalobos could be around that zone all day.
Yeah. Here's the 3-1 as Craig skies it out towards right field, hanging up for Bobo, trying to find it in the sun, and it bounces in front of him as he loses it. Craig on his way to second. Bobo fires a rifle in, but not in time. That'll be a single. I mean, it's a misplay there from Brendan Bobo.
Lost in the sun a little bit there. Do you call that a single or a?
I guess it'd be a double.
Double.
Yeah, because no other error. So leadoff double from Alec Craig. Wind maybe just blowing in a little bit too. Wind and in and then out to right field.
Well, you weren't lying. It was blowing out when you said that it was blowing out. Right now, though, it's coming back in. It's kind of just swirling.
Going across the diamond or in from left to right field, it'd be blowing. So runner in scoring position, a 1-0 count to Christian Fedko. 1-0 misses away. 2-0.
Schaumburg's still looking for a little more consistency, just one more power bet towards the top of their lineup. And they've tried to find it with guys like Bonkowski. They're going to try Fedko hitting second. He's only hitting 189 on the year.
2-0 from Villa. Missing downstairs. And Fedko yesterday, 0 for 4. Had a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. Now a 3-0 count. Villalobos trying to get his first down of the opening frame. 3-0 pitch, misses upstairs, a 4-pitch walk. Obviously not how you like to rebound there. Tough play from your outfielder in Bobo. Then a 4-pitch walk to the next guy. That'll bring up Miles Beal. The runners first and second, nobody out. Let's take a look at the defense for Florence. In left field, Marcus Brodell. In center field, Jackson Tucker. And right, you just saw Brendan Bobo. In the infield, it's Garrett Broussard at the hot corner. Dylan Baker at short. Tyler Schoenfeld at second. Hank Zeisler at first. And Zach Beadle doing the catching behind the plate. And the Florence in the all-white baby blue pinstripes. Alec Craig rolling over at second. First pitch, an off-speed misses downstairs. That's 5 balls in a row there from Villalobos. Talking about Ross Thompson, a guy that maybe Florence has seen a little bit, but Villalobos definitely a guy that Schaumburg has seen. How long he has been in this Frontier League.
Yeah. In this spell of 5 straight balls for Villalobos, he's trying to locate all 3 of his pitches. All 3 of them. Can't find it.
Here's the 1-0, grounds it off of his foot, goes right back to Villalobos. His only play will be to first. I thought that hit something. Maybe it just bounced off of home plate, too. Hit something to take a high, slow hop.
Well, they do talk about how the turf here is starting to
wither.
Wither. Yeah, that's a way to put it. Try to find the word. Harden a little bit. I mean,
yeah.
It's just a fast turf, so maybe it makes some of those strange noises. But a calm play by Villalobos. Realizing he had time to look at second, but had really no chance, just making the throw over to first.
Runners second and third and 1 away. You assume here Kyle Fitzgerald, if he's able to put one in the outfield, probably brings in 2 with the speed that Fedko has. First pitch, missing downstairs. The 1-0 count. 21.86 there on the spin rate from Villalobos. Maybe trying to mix up some signs with the runner on second. Strikeout cancer jersey from last season. That would have been a good one to go with for Grateful Dead night.
I didn't think about that. That's good.
Yeah, that looks like the tie-dye, yeah. I chose this green shirt with some flowers on it. I was like, hey, you know what? This might be the closest thing I have to Grateful Dead.
I chose a Y'all's shirt today.
Yeah, you chose a red Y'all's shirt. Closest thing you have to Grateful Dead.
Probably.
Runners second and third, 1 away. Opening frame here. Game 2 of the 3-game series. Villalobos on the mound. Delivers the 1-0. Ground ball left side. Baker gloves it. Throw goes on to first as a run comes in to score. A 1-0 Boomers lead. Florence trades the out for the run.
You'll always take that in the first run of the first inning. Obviously frustrated. That's kind of what it's come to with that misplay and right by Bobo where, again, he just lost it in the sun.
That'll bring up the lefty Will Prater with a runner on third and 2 outs. So, yeah, I mean, if you can get out of this with just the 1 run, you'll feel good. Will Prater is a good bat at the plate right now. Lefty-lefty battle. First pitch misses upstairs. Prater yesterday was 2 for 3 with an RBI, a run scored, a walk. Enters today hitting .279. The .342 on base. The 1-0 misses outside. Stephen Gregg tuning in. Our Y'all's radio stream. 2-0. High and inside. Stephen Gregg say banners out to he said "ite," I'm assuming right, by my first base seat. It reads, "Go Y'alls and stay Y'allsome." Trying to find that.
I saw his banner actually in yesterday's game from some of the camera angles. You're not really going to be able to see it from our angle up at the booth here, Roar. It's
3-0 in there at the bottom of the zone.
He has it kind of hanging over the wall in play, really.
Oh, okay.
So you're not going to be able to see it from here. But it was a very, very cool banner yesterday. I got to see it when I went down to do my interview.
3-1 off speed, beautifully placed on the outer half from Villalobos. 22-48 on that curveball. Villalobos with a full count and a runner on third. 2 outs in the top half of the first, a 1-0 Boomers lead. Kicks the payoff pitch. Fastball called, strike 3. Dots up the outer half at 89. Villalobos with a little adversity strands a runner at third. A run comes across for Schaumburg. Let's see what Florence can do when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the first inning. Always brought to you by Heritage Bank. Heritage Bank, proudly local, fiercely dependable. Go visit heritagebank.com or stop by a branch near you today. Ross Thompson on the mound for not Florence, the Schaumburg Boomers, former Florence, y'all. Man, that was already so easy to say.
Force a habit.
Force a habit. In the all-gray jerseys for the Boomers with the black caps and orange bills. He'll face the first 3 for the Y'alls. Jackson Tucker, Tyler Schoenfeld, and Hank Zeisler. Thompson starts this game 3-0 with a 3.66 ERA, leading the league in strikeouts. He's been phenomenal in that department. 10 Ks in his first game, 9 in his second, 8 his last time out against Mississippi. Worked in a split finger fastball is what we've been told. That's a new pitch for Thompson. First pitch grounded over towards the second baseman. Gloves it, throw on to first is in time. That's Livermore over there. Let's take a look at the rest of the Schaumburg defense. Fitzgerald in left, Beal in center, Fedko in right. Nelson at third, Craig at short, Livermore at second, Prater at first, and Alex Calarco is the catcher. Anthony Calarco, his brother, still on the injured list, will be out for this whole series. First pitch in there for a strike.
Recently, Florence has not wasted time getting on the board. First time through the lineup, but you see that part of the lineup that gets to Schoenfeld, Zeisler, Bobo, Richardson, they like to do some damage.
The 0-1. This is downstairs. Ross, a few seasons with Florence in 2023 and in 2024. So his last season with Florence, 3-5 record, a 6.98 ERA. 23 games appeared and 3 starts. That one skied behind home plate. Out goes Calarco trying to find it, and he runs out of room. Count stays 1-2 to Schoenfeld. Ross was on the spring training roster for Florence. Did not crack the opening day roster, was shortly picked up thereafter by Schaumburg, where he spent pretty much the whole season, including a long playoff run. Took Quebec to their final game in the championship. 1-2. Schoenfeld bloops it down the left field line in foul territory. No one's able to get to it. Count stays 1-2. Yeah, it was the final game of the championship series. It went until like the end of September, almost the end of September. It was like September 20th. But now at Florence, a week, added. Probably, if you go to the last game again, you'll be right around October.
That might be October, yeah.
You'll be right
might
around.
Might be able to call it October baseball.
Maybe. Wouldn't that be something? Now, if Florence did get there, I would hope it didn't get to the final game. That would be upsetting. Or I guess it would be crazy, especially if it was here. But then you got to go to Quebec, probably. 1-2. Misses outside, a 2-2 count.
Two best words in baseball, or a game 5. You're running away from it.
I didn't forget that. Ross Thompson also actually, he did have 2 stints before going to Schaumburg. 2-2 misses outside. It was Tri-City and Evansville. They had tried him out for just a few games. It was 5 games for Tri-City, 3 for Evansville. He faced us with the Valley Cats here as well. He had good numbers for Tri-City. A 1.32 ERA across 13 2/3. Allen connects on the outer half. Strike 3 looking for Schoenfeld. Missed about an inch off the plate.
You don't see Schoenfeld get a little animated like that, like he did on that last pitch. Thought it was ball 4.
Well, he's a guy that knows his zone. And that was off the point, so Ross Thompson gets a little help there from the home plate umpire. It'll bring up Hank Zeisler, the captain of Florence. Look at the shift they have on him. The shortstop playing all the way on the other side of second base. As if Zeisler, who can absolutely go opposite field, just doesn't do it. This is like a Ryan Howard shift. By the way, the shift is also illegal in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, it is.
0-1. Misses inside.
Do you like that rule?
Well, we're an MLB partner league. We have to have the same rules as Major League Baseball for it to truly be a partner league. We should have it here.
Yeah.
1-1. Ground ball right side, right into the shift, fielded by the first baseman. Race to the base, Thompson and Zeisler. It's in time. A 1-2-3 frame for Ross. We head to the top of 2. It's a 1-0 Boomers lead when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top half of the second inning always brings us our umpire intro, brought to you by Pella Window and Door. Looking for a clear view of every call? Trust Pella Window and Door, bringing you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good, even the umpire won't miss a thing. Alex Sklarko, Mitch Bonkowski, and Tony Livermore first up to the plate for Schaumburg. A 1-0 lead for the Boomers. Yannick Villalobos back out on the mound. Umpire crew today, just rotating clockwise. It'll be Jordan Alfonso behind home plate, Andrew Bernius down the first base line, and Caleb Groom, the crew chief, over at third. Villalobos, after a misplay in right field from Brendan Bobo started off that inning with a double. An RBI ground out brought home their first run for Schaumburg. First pitch misses upstairs to Alex Calarco, the switch hitter. 1-0, misses away.
See if a different start to an inning can change things here for Villa. Kind of hard to recover after you put together a really good at bat and first batter you face should have been a flyout.
2-0, skies it foul.
It's one of those weird quirks in the rules because you can't really call that an error. I mean, that's an earned run for him, too.
2-1. Two-hopper over towards the third baseman, Broussard. Throw across the body is not played by Hank Zeisler. It gets away, and Calarco on his way to second. That'll be an E5. Oh, that's a tough play for Garrett Broussard. Technically, I honestly thought Dylan Baker should have ended up with that one. Broussard, it really extended the range. And then the throw, I mean, I don't want to you can't give the error to Hank because he did have to reach way across.
I mean, you could consider giving it a single with an error.
Yeah, I guess. Let's go straight up E5 there. Runner on second for Mitch Bonkowski. Nobody out here in the top half of 2. First pitch in there for a strike.
But, boy, that's back-to-back innings where pretty weak contact induced by Villalobos ends up starting with a runner on second.
Yeah. That one you could put a little bit more blame on. Those errors always brought to you by GP Editing. The 1 misses upstairs. It's a 1-1 count to Mitch Bonkowski. He flies that one out towards right field. Brendan Bobo towards the line, makes the grab. Tagging second to third is Calarco. Throw comes in, but it's not in time. Tell you what, Calarco is just a big body running around the bases. Doesn't look graceful, but he's able to get the job done.
He runs well, man. He does.
Yeah. Brings up Tony Livermore, the lefty for Schaumburg. First pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball inside. The 0-1. Fastball dots up the outer half at 89. That's a really nice spot from Villalobos.
Those have been his best pitches so far early in this game. Outside fastball.
Well, you know you get about an inch or so off the plate to a lefty, so might as well live out there.
Yeah.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Down on 3 pitches. Brings the fastball inside there. Second out of the inning. Second strikeout
when you get
for
a hitter,
Villalobos.
When you get a hitter really thinking about that outside corner.
Yeah.
Come back and jam him inside, even if it's not the fastest fastball ever.
Brings up Cole Nelson. Straight up defense for Florence. Fastball misses upstairs at 89. Villalobos trying to crack into the 90 on that velo. He was around 90, 91, 92 last year. Still trying to get back up there. The 1-0, really nice placed off speed. Misses just a hair at the bottom of the zone. Has a hard shot over towards Schoenfeld, who gloves it to end the inning. So an error puts a runner on base, and Villalobos once again strands him over at third. We head to the bottom half of 2. It's 1-0 Schaumburg when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the second inning. Taking a look at our Thomas More scoreboard. Always a scoreboard partner, Thomas More University. There you'll be able to take your life and your career as far as you want it to go. Apply or donate today at thomasmore.edu. Ross Thompson back out after a 1-2-3 opening frame. It's 1-0 on our Thomas More scoreboard. Schaumburg leads. Brendan Bobo, Zade Richardson, and Garrett Broussard will be the first 3 to face him in the inning. Strikeout, couple weak grounders from Thompson in the bottom half of the first. Former Florence, y'all trying to keep a hot start to the season going here at Thomas More Stadium. Speaking of hot, Brendan Bobo with an incredible game yesterday. He rides in with a 347 average. 4 for 5 yesterday with 5 RBIs, including a 3-run homer. From the stretch, Bobo fouls that one away. Fastball top of the zone. This is probably a guy that Thompson wants to put away early here. Bobo not only a home run in regular season play last season, but also in competition camp on a day that was deciding who would make the final spots on the roster against Thompson. 0-1 misses outside. 1-1.
So a little extra motivation for Thompson here, too, on the other end to get Bobo out.
Again, this big lefty shift for the Boomers. The 1-1, Bobo skies it out towards left field. Shallow left, Fitzgerald coming in on it. He makes the grab for out number 1. It's been 4 up, 4 down from Thompson. For me, you know, I'm not a big fan of the shift, especially from what it did to Ryan Howard. But, I mean, every day in MLB The Show, I'm bunting down the third base line, and I'm taking at least a single. Similar thing always works. He's got to be open to it. First pitch to Richardson, misses out. Richardson, a great day yesterday. He picked up 3 hits. Raised his batting average to .319. That one misses out. 3 for 6 line. 2 runs scored. .464 slugging for Richardson entering today. Just 2 home runs. Picked up a good amount of doubles. 2-0. In there for a strike. Richardson and Thompson are 2 guys that know each other very well. Richardson used to catch bullpens for Thompson, especially in the offseason. Both of them were in the Ohio area. 2-1. Richardson swings through it.
There's this, obviously, when you've seen someone a lot, you have an extra advantage. But catchers who have caught a pitcher in the past, especially more than once and in a consistent rate, that can really do a lot for you. Now it's been a little bit since that's happened for these two, so.
2-2 to Richardson. He fouls it away. You know, I used to face one of my best friends back when I was in Massachusetts, I used to catch, his bullpens. He would catch mine, but I always felt like I saw it well at the plate against him, especially because I knew that off-speed movement.
Yep.
Shout out to Carter Cousins. Here's the 2-2. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outer half. Did miss about an inch or two below the plate. So that's 2 Ks for Ross Thompson, where the ball was not in the strike zone. Maybe I see where the strikeout numbers are coming from.
Got to adjust, though. If that's going to be the zone, it's going to be the zone.
Well, that one, outside but also low. Florence definitely has to recognize that because they've gotten an outside call at least from Yannick Villalobos as well. That one's fouled away to Garrett Broussard. The man went 6 for 6 yesterday. Tied a Frontier League record for most hits in a single game. Him and Zade Richardson are on that board. 0-1 misses out. You're saying after the 6 hits yesterday, talking about maybe Broussard, with those hits gets himself into the conversation for Player of the Week. I think it takes a strong 2 games here as well.
He had a funny quote, too, when we talked to him after the game about how he feel like he just blacked out that game. Didn't really know what happened.
Yeah, that was the out-of-body experience. I really liked that. That was skied out towards right field. It's coming in. Fedko went back and now rushes in to make the grab. Another 1-2-3 frame for Ross Thompson. We head to the top of the 3rd. It's time for Tettemer Trivia when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the 3rd inning. Always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference at Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Schaumburg with a 1-0 lead as we enter the top of 3. Alec Craig will lead things off at the top of the order for the Boomers. Craig, Fedko, and Beal. Craig with a double and a run scored to open up the ball game. Top half of the 3rd always brings us our Tettemer Trivia. Way it works, I read a question top half of the 3rd, give you guys the answer in the bottom half. You have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Twitter. The accounts you're looking for are Tettemer9 and Florence_Yalls. There's an easy ground ball to Hank Zeisler. He takes it over himself. Route number 1 on the very first pitch from Villalobos. 3 unassisted. Brings up Fedko, who walked. Stranded at 3rd his last time up. Let's get to our question of the day. Since 1947, the year of integration, only 5 players have 250-plus home runs and 2,000 times on base before turning 28 years old. I want to know, who are they? Since 1947, only 5 players in Major League Baseball history have had 250-plus home runs. So you're looking for a guy with a lot of home runs early in his career, and then 2,000 times on base, also a good contact bat, plus, maybe see some walks as well, before turning 28. So someone that's really good right away in their career. My hint, I give you all the years. 2 currently active. 1 played in the 50s to 60s. 1 90s to early 2000s, and 1 late 90s to 2010s. So I give you 2 active, 50s to 60s, 90s to early 2000s, late 90s to 2010s. The 1-1, Skies at Foul, a 1-2 count.
Yeah.
Comment your guess on Twitter or as well in the YouTube audio stream.
I don't really have a gauge on 2,000 times on base. I don't know, like, that's not a specific stat that people think about, like how many times have you been on base.
Could be hits, walks.
Right.
That's what's counted. It's not counting like errors or fielder's choices.
The 250 home runs, though, by 28, 5 of them have done that, and 2 of them are active right now?
2 active.
Wow.
The 2-2, ground ball left side over towards Baker, who can't field it. Took a tough hop, it looks like, on Dylan Baker.
His defense has not helped out Villalobos.
No, that has not. That'll be an E6. Always brought to you by Gregory Peterson. GP Editing. Make sure to call Greg Peterson today at 513-512-0300. That was very lenient on or very helpful on the hints, I think. I mean, 2 active. Think of some guys today. 50s to 60s, 90s to early 2000s. I'm giving you the years at least.
Yeah.
I think if I gave years and the league, maybe it just gets easier. Whoever, I don't know if anyone can name all 5, but whoever names the most is our winner today.
I mean, Trout is going to be one to think about.
The 1-0 fouls it away.
You got to think about guys who were just in the big leagues early. Like, that's why, Bryce Harper, I think about. Well, it's you, so you probably did pick Bryce Harper.
That, that one is obvious. I mean, before 28, I don't know the average debut age, but, yeah, I mean, if you're in the big leagues at 21, you got 7 years to do so.
The thing about Judge is, like, he wasn't – I just don't think he was in the league early enough.
1-1, high hopper over towards the second baseman, Schoenfeld. Going to pick it up. Only throw is to first, scooped up, but not in time. That'll be an infield single for Miles Beal. Runners now first and second with 1 away.
Sometimes when you're unlucky, you are just unlucky, and that's what Yannick Villalobos has been today. Soft contact after soft contact. Couple of errors. Couple of weird plays, an infield single right there.
Again, he's kind of rolled some ground balls up the middle. Those are double play balls that you'd feel pretty good about. If you could do so again here to Fitzgerald, it was a ground out too short that scored an RBI his last time up. That one misses outside a 1-0 count.
I'm trying to think of, like, who even has 250 home runs who's active right now? It's really not a lot of guys.
No, it's not.
I like Bryce and Trout, I think, is my active.
The 1-0. There's a line shot over towards Schoenfeld. Picks it up on one hop. Throw to second. And a stretch from Dylan Baker just to keep that one in front of him. He does get the out at 2. Go a fielder's choice. 4-6 on the put away of Beal trying to go to second. Runners now at the corners.
I think Villalobos might have seen that throw and thought to himself, I don't know if that's exactly what I want right now. But, hey, Schoenfeld able to execute. How about the stretch from Baker?
Yeah, he's rolled now 3 balls up the middle and hasn't got a double play on either of them. Runners at the corners. All runs would be unearned now with 2 outs and the guy on third reaching on an error. Brings up the lefty Will Prater. Off speed in there for a strike. Beautifully placed.
The problem becomes now, I don't know. It's like old players and players who weren't really in my time. I don't know how early they were in the big leagues. I just have to go to someone who I thought hit a lot of home runs.
Runner takes off a delayed steal. Throw down to second is not in time. Kyle Fitzgerald moves himself into scoring position. Now 2 in scoring position. That was a extremely delayed steal.
Very delayed.
I don't know if we have that for replay or not, but that was crazy. Runners second and third. An 0-2 count, 2 away. Top half of 3, 1-0 Schaumburg lead. Villalobos trying to strand another runner at third. Kicks the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, top of the zone. Villalobos fires it in for 90 miles per hour, picks up his third K, and strands again for the third consecutive inning, a runner just 90 feet away. We head to the bottom of 3. Get your guesses in for Tettemer Trivia when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom of the 3rd. It's a 1-0 Schaumburg lead. Ross Thompson back out for another inning of work. He's gone 6 up, 6 down against his former ball club. That's got to feel good. Now facing 7, 8, 9. Marcus Brodell, Dylan Baker, and Zach Beadle for Florence, trying to get their first hit and base runner of the game. We are playing Tettemer Trivia in the inning. You guys still have time to get your guesses in. Head on over to Twitter. The account you're looking for, Tettemer9 or Florence_Y'alls. Question of the day: since 1947, only 5 players have 250-plus homers and 2,000 times on base before turning 28. Who are they? Name as many as possible. 2 active, 1 in the 50s to 60s, 1 in the 90s to early 2000s, and 1 late 90s to 2010s.
Hard thing about this one is you got to pick 5, so it's not like you have a ton of time to think about each of them.
Each 5.
So I'm just going to fire. Trout and Harper. I got to go with my gut. Trout and Harper for the 2000 for the active. 50s, 60s. Yeah, I just got to think of someone who hit a lot of home runs. Little Cincinnati bias. I'll go Frank Robinson.
Okay.
Early 90s to 2000s. That's the Barry Bonds range.
1-0. Misses outside.
So I think I'm going to go Bonds. The one that's catching me up is the late 90s to 2010s.
Yeah. That's your growing up era. 2-0.
It is.
Outside, 3-0 the count.
But it's not like
50s to 60s is the one, where it's like that could be a shot in the dark for you, because that's
literally
way past your.
That was the Stan Musial one, where it was the only player I could think of that possibly fit the description, and that happened to be the answer.
4-pitch walk to Marcus Brodell. Florence with their first base runner. I just heard TC Pop say Florence with a tying run on first here in the 3rd. Not thinking about that yet. Runner on first now for Dylan Baker. Nobody out. Ross Thompson going to try and spin 2.
I just try to think of people who fit that range, and like Jeter, I just don't.
Stephen Gregg tuning in on our Y'all's audio stream. Stephen, are you here? Are you here? He's saying, Rory, how about a 3-spot for the lead? And if he was tuned into the audio stream while also at the game, I would give the most serious props to Stephen Gregg, because that's something that I would always imagine. Now, you do that in like NASCAR because it's so hard to follow along. But for here at a baseball game, man, that'd be something. 0-2 count to Baker. Entered today with a 279 average, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. The 0-2 pitch fouls it away, stays alive. Again, this is a guy I don't think has faced Thompson, so it should be the first time he's seeing him, even though Baker is a returner for Florence. Picked up halfway through the season, maybe even a little later.
Man, I really wanted to say Pujols, but I think we've talked about it. His debut was 2001.
0-2 misses upstairs, 1-2. He did debut 2001. was the NL Rookie of the Year. Ichiro, the AL Rookie of the Year. The 1-2, bloops it out towards shallow right field, dropping quickly. Fedko coming in. He's not going to get there. He loses it, and Brodell is trying to go first to third. The throw comes in. It's not in time. Dylan Baker takes advantage on the throw, moving to second. What happened to Fedko out there in right?
Both right fielders now have had weird plays. I don't know what's going on in this game, but Florence will take it. It's prime opportunity now.
It looked like he got something in his eye. Not even like, it wasn't like throwing his hands out like, where is it?
Yeah.
It looked like he just like stopped dead and something, well, something almost like, it seemed like something like hit him or something. Runners second and third, nobody out. A big time spot here for Florence. Zach Beadle at the plate. Middle infield push back. So all you got to do is hit a grounder over towards the shortstop, and that would bring in a run, you would assume. Florence has had a tough time leaving third. Zach Beadle, the only Florence Y'alls member without a home run on the season. 1-0 in there for a strike. Still nobody out, so you guys all have a lot of time to get these guesses in.
I think I'm going to fire A-Rod for the late 90s to 2010s. So that I'll just lock it in, not think about it too much.
The 1-1 misses outside. So you're saying Frank Robinson, Barry Bonds, A-Rod, Harper, and Trout.
Yep, those are the five.
Yeah, good memory, Rory.
Good memory, Rory.
Frank Robinson, whole career with Cincy?
No.
No?
A little bit in Baltimore. Somewhere else, I don't remember. Atlanta, I think, maybe.
2-1. Fouls it away, 2-2. Y'all's trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. So you're saying Stephen Gregg's banner is like permanently on the wall?
No, he was holding it yesterday.
Oh, he was holding it.
I think he taped it over down the first base line.
2-2 misses outside a full count. I was like, did he just create his own outfield wall sign?
Yeah, I think he just slipped it under the net and kind of held it there. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like.
Full count. The payoff pitch. Beadle ropes it out towards right center field. Fedko on the run. He's not going to get there. One hops over towards the wall. One run comes in. They're going to wave around Baker. A two-run double from Zach Beadle. Florence takes a 2-1 lead.
We talk so much about this dangerous top of the lineup for Florence. How about the bottom here? After 6 straight retired, 3 get on. Beadle brings a couple home. Florence leads.
That's just a good piece of hitting, too. 97 towards the opposite way in the gap there for Zach Beadle. That'll bring up the top of the order and Jackson Tucker. Still with nobody out in the inning. And a runner in scoring position once again for Florence. First pitch to Tucker misses downstairs. We're getting good guesses. I think all your guesses are good too. And we haven't gotten out yet, so I can't read them yet. The 1-0, grounded foul.
It's a new spot for Toby in the dugout.
He is all over the dugout, honestly. And sometimes you just see him walking down the line. Sometimes he's talking to the third base coach for the other team.
That's my favorite. I've never seen it before. You get the third base coach and the Toby's out there.
Jackson Tucker grounded out his last time over towards second. 1-1. He ropes it into left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Beadle will stop over at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out for Florence.
Really good hit for Tucker. That was actually one of those ones where it's too hard hit that ball got to Fitzgerald in a hurry. Couldn't score the run.
99 off the bat there from Tucker. A little early call for the lights. What do you think? The sun's still on the field.
Yeah. When the shadow hasn't even made its way to the pitcher's mound.
That call for the light's always brought to you by Class Jewelers. Our diamond is shining bright thanks to our friends at Class. Head on over to 7365 Burlington Pike, Florence for all your jewelry needs, or call them today at 859-525-7500. Like Ross Thompson's brought in the infield and the umpire crew, talking about something on the mound. We've seen a couple people slip, but a lot of people have been pitching on it perfectly fine, including yesterday.
Yeah, it was the first day they kind of redid it and had a new mound. It was Travis Phelps. Was it Phelps?
Yes.
Who was threw one pitch, slipped off the mound in warm-ups. First pitch, and once he was ready, once they were playing, he slipped again and slipped a third time. And they figured it was going to be the cleats. He got new cleats and was fine after that.
This is like a whole delay of game here. Now Toby Hall's going to come see what is happening.
We'll see a whole lot of mound meetings with both managers out there.
Might see Corey Call run out onto the field. The field operations for Florence. Maybe throw down some more sand or something. I don't know. Again, no problems yesterday. There is Corey Call.
He's got the jersey on today.
Corey Call with a rake and a bucket of something. Probably sand or some more of those turf pellets. Corey's the guy that knows Ross well. Ross always a great guy to the rest of the front office in Florence. I always like when Corey gets called into action here. Just one spot that they're going to try and sand up a little bit more on the mound.
Call for Corey Call.
I said Corey's a great person to go into, if you were going to have a law firm, it could always be call Tettemer. It'd be, it would sound like, hey, call Tettemer today.
Call Tettemer.
Yeah. Call Howard.
Call Corey Call.
Personally, Corey and Rory also works well.
That does work really well. You guys have to.
We got to go into law somehow. Some
Call
point.
Tettemer. Get Corey and Rory.
Ross, a warm-up pitch. Seems like he's fine with the landing surface now. Hadn't seen that. Yeah, full delay of game there just to get some more sand on the mound. Florence has had 4 on in a row. They have runners at the corners, a 2-1 lead over the Boomers. Tyler Schoenfeld at the plate with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Schoenfeld struck out looking his last time up. First pitch, he fouls it away. Schoenfeld remembering the fastball in the outer half. It's a good mental note. You got to extend your zone a little bit more.
Yep.
Can't watch that over. Well, not a strike. It's been called both sides now. Expecting Jackson Tucker to take off here. Leaning over at first. A pickoff attempt, nothing going from Thompson. It's his first disengagement. Oh, we do got Reese Tettemer tuning in. 0-1 misses outside. Reese Tettemer. Does Reese have an answer for the Tettemer trivia?
That's what I was going to ask.
About a month old now. Does Reese know who in 1950s to 60s had 250 plus homers and 2,000 times on base? The 1-1. Tucker takes off, no throw to second. Now in scoring position.
We saw that design double steal for Florence yesterday that scored a run, and you could tell Clarko was on the bench for that one, but he knows. Took a little mental note there to keep that one. Eat it.
Reese is in front of the TV right now with my dad holding him. Ready for Tettemer trivia. 2-1. In there for a strike. That same spot to Schoenfeld. About an inch or two off the plate. Now a 2-2 count. Runner second and third. Nobody out. If you're Ross, I mean, you know that you got that spot. Might go back to it. See what he does here. The 2-2 ground ball right side that will bring in a run. Throw goes on to first. Florence takes a 3-1 lead on an RBI ground out from Tyler Schoenfeld.
Does the trick. Doesn't have to be pretty, but
no, it does not.
I mean, the bottom third of this lineup all getting on base.
Brings up the captain, Hank Zeisler.
You know how annoying it's going to be to face Hank Zeisler and Braden Bobo when you have to worry about guys like Marcus Brodell and Dylan Baker at the bottom?
Certainly. Infield now pulled in for Schaumburg. One away and a runner on third. First pitch to Zeisler misses outside. Grounded out on a slow roller towards first his last time up. Not that shift that we saw his last time up. The 1-0, swing and a miss, out in front.
That same shift. I think, but pulled in, Livermore and Craig might be standing on top of each other.
One. Fouls it away, 1-2. All right, so we have one out. I can start reading the guesses. You, again, you said Frank Robinson, Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, Mike Trout, and Bryce Harper. Rich Tettemer said Hank Aaron, Ken Griffey Jr., Albert Pujols, Juan Soto, and Mike Trout. The 1-2, swing and a miss, top of the zone, a big K for Ross Thompson. Zeisler goes chasing. It's the third for Thompson. Now 2 outs and a runner on third. Reese says Hank Aaron. Gave Hank Aaron for 1. Cam Beatty said Barry Bonds, Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, Mike Stanton, which is Giancarlo Stanton, and Babe Ruth. First pitch to Bobo misses upstairs. And then just one guess from Aiden Murphy. He said Alex Rodriguez.
A-Rod. Junior, though, I can't believe I forgot about Junior. That
1-0 misses
feels
outside.
really good. I won't take it, but that feels really good.
Any other guesses on Twitter? Let me go and check. 2-0, grounded foul. Fly out to left field last time for Brendan Bobo. Florence with a 3-1 lead. Nothing else, so those are our guesses. The 2-1 in there for a strike, 90 miles per hour, dotting up the lower half. Now a 2-2 count. And there are 2 away,
yeah,
so I should give the answer. No one got all 5, which was expected. But we do have some people with partial credit. 2-2, skies it out towards left field. Fitzgerald all over it, and he makes the grab to end the inning. Florence picks up 3 runs. We'll give the answer for Tettemer Trivia when we return to the top half of the 4th. Ben Howard will be on the call when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
Top of the fourth, Florence now a new lead over Schaumburg. It is 3-1. So Yannick Villalobos pitches with the lead for the first time today. Beginning of the innings for Villalobos have not been his friend. Gotten a little unlucky, but he's been able to limit the damage. Just 1 run through 3 innings so far. It's the second time to the lineup, getting towards the bottom. 6, 7, 8. The catcher, Alex Calarco, stepping into the right-handed batter's box. Villalobos working from that third base side of the rubber all game long. First pitch to Calarco is hit hard into left center. It'll drop in for a base hit. 1 pitch in the fourth, 1 hit. Calarco's second time on, he reached out of there in that second inning. Didn't get the Tettemer trivia answer in that bottom of the third. We did know that no one got 5 for 5, but some partial credit.
So we're looking for who had the most. People did get a few right. Again, 250 homers, 2,000 times on base before turning 28. I have all 5 who did it.
Here's Bonkowski, 1 on, nobody out.
The first one that everybody got correct was Mike Trout, and that would be you and Rich Tettemer got that. It's you and Rich competing here.
Are we the only one who had 5?
You're the only one who had all 5, I believe. No, Cam Beatty had all 5.
Okay.
And I think he said Trout as well.
1-0 pitch, grounder right up the middle. Could be a double play ball. Flip to second in time. The first brings Zeisler off the bag. It looked like he got back on, but first base umpire says no. That's Andrew Bernius over there trying to plead his case to Hank Zeisler. Boy, another one that will not go as an error because of a double play ball, but really should be 2 outs here for Villalobos. Take a look at it again.
Oh,
that's.
I think he did get back on.
That's close. I mean, Zeisler is really adamant that he did. And Toby Hall is
trying to talk to someone.
He's trying to get all 3 umpires to come together. That's what he's doing. And they're not going to do it. This is a situation where I don't really think, the other 2 umpires, Caleb Groom at third, Jordan Alfonso behind the plate, really had a great view on it.
This is a good time to give you the answers. Okay,
yeah.
So Mike Trout was one of the actives. The other active was Juan Soto. Neither of you guys got that.
Someone got Juan Soto.
I believe Cam Beatty got that.
Okay. They will come together.
Oh, no,
now,
you know
by
what?
the way.
Rich Tettemer did get Juan Soto.
Dang, he's good.
So Rich Tettemer got Trout and Soto. The one that eluded everyone was the 1950s player. That was Mickey Mantle. So no one got Mickey Mantle. The late 90s to 2010s was Alex Rodriguez.
There we go.
And you got that. Rich Tettemer didn't. So it all comes down to the
so both 2 for 4.
90s to early 2000s. Both 2 for 4. And the 90s to early 2000s, you missed your own guy. Ken Griffey Jr. was the correct answer.
It felt really good when Rich said it.
And Rich Tettemer did get that one correct on Griffey Jr., so he got 3 out of 5.
Well, first base umpire again signals the save call after a meeting, and Toby Hall is quickly walking back at him, and he's going to let him hear it, I think. Again, the replay really looked like he got his foot back on the bag before Bonkowski got to first. Toby gives him his piece and will slowly make his way back to the dugout. Here it is again. I mean, yeah, that's an out.
He switches his feet, actually, and gets it back down.
I mean, that is an out. Toby has a little bit to say to Alfonso, too, on the way back in. So, gets his first out of the inning, but Bonkowski just replaces Calarco over at first base now for the 8-hitter, Tony Livermore. Florence the 3-1 lead. Livermore squares around to bunt. Now, he did go around. He missed it. Halfway down to first base. Beetle faked the throw down to first. So, man, he got the double on the first batter of the game where Bobo misread it and right should have been a fly out. You had an E5 that's a couple bases on the error. And then you had an E6 last inning. Check swing, foul ball down the third base side. Then an infield single. Then a fielder's choice. That actually was a pretty good defensive play from Schoenfeld. It almost brought him off the bag. And now you get one here that should be 2. Won't go as an error because you can't assume a double play, but ends up just being a 6-4 fielder's choice. And really, we think, did get the throw down anyway. Oh, 2 count here to Livermore. First start since Tuesday for Schaumburg. Fastball, foul back. There it is. There's that 90, Rory, we were talking about that Villa's trying to get up to. I think he's clipped it a couple times so far today. Not the 91, 92 range we saw last year. Looks at first, comes home with the 0-2. Called strike 3. Outside corner again to another lefty. Villalobos is living there. And it's the second out of the inning. Strikeout number 4 for Villalobos.
I mean, fully in the zone as well.
Yeah.
I mean, every bit of it in there.
There were some controversial ones again. We talked about lefties get a little extra part of that plate on the outside part. So 2 outs and the 9-hitter, Cole Nelson. Fouls the first pitch back. Nelson just 1 for 8, only 4 plate appearances coming into this series. Before going 1 for 4 yesterday, picked up his first base hit of the season. Also picked up an RBI in that game when a run scored. Waits the 0-1. That one's in the dirt. Zach Beadle. Long stare back at Gronkowski at first. Nelson lined to second, his first time up. 4th start for Villalobos. 2 of his starts, just 3 innings. His last one, though, he was able to go 6. Worked pretty efficiently against Down East last weekend. He'll fire the 1-1. Slow chopper back at him off his own glove. He's going to sprint to try to make a play. Schoenfeld picks it up, and there is no play. Another infield single for Schaumburg. Pretty tough play for Villalobos, and maybe one of those ones where if he doesn't get his glove on it, Schoenfeld's got a clean look at it.
It's actually one that I know for certain is always a hit because I actually had it happen in college as well. So you know, when you're fielding as a pitcher, you feel so good about everything that's near you that you want to grab it yourself. Yeah. And sometimes it is easier to just let it go. That being said, Schoenfeld was on his way to second. I don't know if he would have been able to move that quickly to change his direction.
It's just the baseball instinct, too. I mean, anyway, we talk about all the time, liners right back at pitchers that maybe they shouldn't throw their glove at. First pitch in the zone as Villalobos takes a spill. Already had a stoppage at play to get some more sand or turf pellets or something on that pitcher's mound. And the crew chief, Caleb Groom, is going to call time and have a chat with Villalobos about what he's feeling on that mound.
Yeah, the mound is a non-factor right now. I'll go throw on that 100 times and not slip. I don't know. We don't need to keep having the discussion about it. It's a brand new turf.
Villalobos has slipped a couple of times.
He's slipped and lost his footing. I think it's different for the lefty.
Yeah. Pitch was a strike. It's 0-1. Craig fouls it away. Now 0-2.
But they're all wearing cleats. Sometimes it's actually better to fall than try and regain your balance because you see a lot of injuries happen that way.
Villalobos has gone down pretty slowly both times. 0-2 comes back with a heater. Ooh.
Harry.
Almost took out
Harry ate
Florence,
that one.
Florence assistant coach Harrison DeNicola.
Yeah, no, I mean, the doctors, they always told him beat actually, just fall if you feel like you're going down.
Well, you could tell that the doctors told him that when you're watching him play. So 0-2 again. This time tried to bury it outside. Well, couldn't get Craig to chase.
You know, he's 7 feet 270. It's a lot more weight than, you know, a normal human coming down.
And Yannick Villalobos.
Via 6'1", 230. Although I think he's even slimmed down to less than 230 because 230 is just what's on his baseball reference.
Alan Craig calls his time, hitting .311 on the season, did a 1-for-2 day with a double and a ground out to first. Season number 6 for the Schaumburg shortstop. Set that all-time walks league record yesterday here at Thomas More Stadium. We'll see a 1-2. Check swing on another pitch way outside. No appeal needed from Alfonso behind the plate. Counts even. You can really tell with Villalobos that he has not lost command like he did his first 2 starts. Walked the second batter of the game. That is the only batter that he has walked. Hasn't hit anyone by a pitch yet in 3 2/3 so far. Trying to make it 4 complete. 2 on, 2 outs, 2-2 pitch into left center. Medium depth, and Marcus Brodell will have no problem taking a couple of steps to make the play for out number 3. Couple more on some weak contact again for Schaumburg. Villalobos gets out of it, going to the bottom of the 4th. 3-1 Florence on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Couple of really good innings to start this one off for Ross Thompson. Ran into some trouble in the bottom of the 3rd. Florence put up their first 3 runs of the game. They lead 3-1 over the Schaumburg Boomers. Game 2 of the series between these two. Florence in the driver's seat for their series win. And what would be 4th straight series win and their 4th series at home. That's what's at stake for Florence. Taking home a 17-4 blowout victory against the Schaumburg Boomers yesterday. Middle 3rd, second time through for Thompson. She got up the middle 3rd, pretty close. 5, 6, 7, Richardson, Broussard, and Marcus Brodell. Lawrence by a couple. Fastball up and into the Florence designated hitter. He's been a mainstay in the middle of the lineup as the designated hitter. The only time he's out of the lineup was when they tried to get Keenan Taylor some run at designated hitter in that same spot, hitting 5th. Taylor no longer on the roster. Wow, speed misses below the knees of Richardson, so 2-0 count for him. It was 6 up, 6 down for Thompson to start this game off. 2-0 kind of jams Richardson into shallow left center, and it's going to be Beal who hangs up just enough for him to run under it for the first out of inning number 4. Now to bring up Broussard. A little bit of a awkward spot in terms of the shadows. Hitter's fully in the shadow. The mound on the ground is in the shadow, but where the pitcher is releasing the ball, still a little bit of sun there, so going to be tough for hitters to see. Broussard turns on one early. Hits it out of play. Boy, Broussard was very close to a 4-double game in his first 4 plate appearances yesterday. 3 for 3 with 3 doubles of the first 3. And then in his 4th plate appearance, laced one on the left side. This one a comebacker and a nice snag by Thompson. He'll flip Broussard, or flip to get Broussard out over at first base. But it hit off that wall too hard for Broussard to get to second base. All the metrics, analytics on it, it would normally tell you that's a double. It would have been 4 doubles. Instead, Broussard singles and then comes back the next plate appearance with a home run. But he's 0 for 2 today after that ground out to the pitcher. 2 down, nobody out for, 2 out, nobody on rather, for Marcus Brodell. Led off that third inning with a walk, came around to score on the Zach Beadle single. Off speed, right down the middle of the zone on a changeup for Thompson. Schaumburg is out hitting Florence right now, 4-3. Brodell goes after a pitch downstairs. Another changeup. He's down 1-2. Working quickly. Brodell punches one the opposite way, but Thompson's got a little rhythm. He is not waiting for much time. Set for the 1-2 again. Tried to get that outside part that it seems like Villalobos is getting. That one, I think, a little too far off the plate. Villalobos is that have been off the plate and called strike 3 were at least pretty close. 2-2 pitch, same spot it really looked like. Jordan Alfonso behind the plate kind of made a motion like he was about to ring him up. He thought about it. Instead, this runs the count full. Payoff pitch, outside again. Marcus Brodell has worked walks in back-to-back plate appearances. The last 3 balls in that walk for Thompson were just off the plate.
Tell you what, Brodell does have a lot of walks on the season. That was his 9th. And now it's his 11th. He entered with 9. Now he's got 11. That's tied for second. Schoenfeld right behind Zeisler at 12.
When we talk about, maybe just some of the struggles Brodell's had early on in the season, you look at his OPS, it's 767. That's not a bad OPS by any means.
Yeah.
It's the batting average where he's still trying to find a little more consistency with contact. As Baker now steps up to the plate. Got a couple of strikes on after the foul ball. He's down 0-2. Baker singled his first time up. Very much a bloop single. Rutter takes off for second. Pitch outside. Throw down. He's going to get in the center. Not close for Calarco. No chance for Craig to corral it. And Marcus Brodell's got himself a stolen base.
What about that gamesmanship there from Livermore? I don't know if I'm a big fan of that technically. I've always been told it was illegal. Keeping a fake tag on Brodell, him thinking that the ball's in his glove when it's actually in center field.
1-2. Baker almost went after it. First base umpire says he did not go. Deuces are wild. 2-2 count. Couple of outs and a runner on second base. Florence with a 2-run lead. Shot of the chest, fires home. That one's just low, and back-to-back Florence batters get a full count. The payoff. Hit in the center. Medium depth. Miles Beal will have it for out number 3. So Florence get get one on the walk, but Thompson able to work around it. We are through 4. It's Florence 3, Schaumburg 1, going for the series win on the Frontier League Network powered by HTN. Another wonderful night for baseball here at Thomas More Stadium. Florence going for the series win over the first place team in the Midwest West Division, Schaumburg. They have a 3-1 lead as we have reached the top of the fifth inning. Yannick Villalobos back out to the mound for his fifth inning of work. He'll get 2-3-4 Christian Fedko to start him off. First pitch upstairs. Fedko's 0 for 1 today, but he's been on base both times. Reached on a walk in the first inning, and then an error in the third. That was a fielding error by Dylan Baker over at short. Generous strike call, and ran it side. It kind of pushed Fedko off the plate, but on track man does look like it was in the zone. Tell it Fedko to get off his plate a little bit. 1-1, punched the opposite way, foul up towards the kid zone.
Ooh, someone just took that in the stomach in the kid zone. Man, some tough times reading some balls out there in right field today.
Yeah. The kids, the right fielders,
yeah,
you name it. This time pulled foul.
Good crowd here for a Grateful Dead night. A couple deadheads in attendance. You see those tie-dye all over the place. I actually have a tie-dye shirt from my time with the Smokies, but I didn't feel like wearing it for.
Is that the name, Deadheads?
Yes. That's the fan base.
Are you a dead? Would you call yourself a deadhead?
You know what? I couldn't name a single Grateful Dead song.
Fedko fighting off a couple of pitches. It's still 1-2. Pops another one up foul. This is going to get out of play. Zeisler gives it a courtesy jog.
Should have a Beatles night. That's what we should do.
Boy, Zach Beetle would have a big night. I actually thought about today when we were talking about Grateful Dead and bands. I'm looking at Zach Beetle thinking, how about a Beetle jersey with Beetle on the back too?
That'd be great.
Of course, spelled differently, but another 1-2 pitch. This one's high.
What if we gave out just, instead of like, we're giving out sunglasses for Margaritaville, we gave out Florence Y'all's John Lennon glasses. It's just those like bifocals.
That'd be sweet.
Barely have a rim around them. That'd be pretty cool.
It will be. Villalobos misses low again, so Fedko's fought back from down 0-2. Now we're on the count full. The lone Schaumburg run came all the way back in the first inning. Payoff pitch. Oh, called strike 3. The curveball on the inside corner, and Fedko couldn't do anything with it. That's 5 Ks now for the Florence vet.
Yeah, really good pitch there from Villalobos. I mean, talk about movement. This one had it all. Take another look. Just one that buckled Fedko. Oh.
I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. Ball completely in the zone on track man, too.
Yeah.
One down to the fifth.
Really good.
Smiles Beal. No D, not Beetle. Pretty close, though. He's 1 for 2. Infield single in the third. It was just a high chopper that was too high for anyone to get a throw over to first. This one should be easier. Baker fields it and throws to first for out number 2.
Redemption there for Baker. Sometimes after an error, you just always wanted to see one come through. You field it cleanly, build back up the confidence early.
Florence leading by 2. 2 gone, nobody on for Kyle Fitzgerald. I mean, that window was just set up perfectly for only the pitcher to not be in the shadow right now on the field. Called strike down the middle of the plate. You could tell by the pitcher's actual shadow because of the sunspot going off the pitcher's mound to the right side. Oh, 0-1 fastball again, top of the zone, called strike. 0-2. Villalobos efficient. 73rd pitch of the start coming up. If he can get it out of this inning with ease, should have the 6th with him too. He throws his first ball of the AB to Fitzgerald. Over 2 with a RBI ground out. bounced into a fielder's choice back in the third, but did steal a base after the fielder's choice. Batting average just a hair below the 300 mark. 1-2. Oh, just inside. It looked the same as that other curveball, and that is got to be strike 3.
I mean, fully in the zone as well.
I mean, I look at a track, man. It's the same exact location as the one to Fedco.
Take another look on HDN.
Yeah, that's strike
Beautiful.
3. I think that's more in the zone than Fedco's, actually. Well, Fitzgerald's still alive here, 2-2. Will he come back with the curveball again? Nope, heater. This one definitely inside. Counts full. A lot of full counts for Villalobos. This time the payoff is off the plate for ball 4. Really hoping that he could have gotten out of the inning, Villalobos, but will walk his second batter of the game. That's the first since the second batter he faced. And Fitzgerald will have first base. Toby Hall now going to go out and have a conversation with Villalobos. Whole infield will come in. Nothing going on in the Florence bullpen right now. Doesn't look like there's anybody stretching or anything either. So this is just a conversation with Villalobos. You get Will Prater up to the plate. He was struck out twice already today. There goes my cup.
It is windy, and the wind blowing in.
My roster is already down there with some. Actually, no, it's probably still on this awning below us.
Yeah, no, the cup's on the awning as well. Although it might, that one could trickle off and hit. Maybe it might hit Danny down there. Thankfully, there's nothing in there.
Well, if there was anything in there, I don't think it would have blown away. Now, mound meeting over. Toby Hall slowly makes his way back to the Florence dugout. It's Will Prater with a runner on first and 2 outs. Schauberg trailing by 2 here in the top of the 5th. Prater, the 2 strikeouts today. 1 swinging, 1 was looking. First pitch, throw to the dirt. 4th season now with Schauberg for Prater. All 4 years was really a big part of the middle of the lineup. You can play some different positions too. Started at second yesterday, gets the start at first base today. There's that curveball down the middle of the zone, called strike. Now Villalobos has dealt with some adversity today and just some unlucky circumstances. Not a ton of help from his defense, some weird plays, even a blown called strike 3 call. Misses low for ball 2. Still just the 1 earned run through 4 2/3. 2-1, grounded hard right at Broussard. A late adjustment to get to his knees. Loses his glove, throws to first, and gets the runner.
Wow.
Garrett Broussard. A beautiful play at the hot corner. That's why they call it the hot corner. And it gets Villa out of the 5th. Halfway home, Florence with a 3-1 lead. Frontier League Network powered by HDN. Another chance for Florence against Ross Thompson. Bottom of the fifth from Thomas More Stadium. 3 runs scored for Florence on a 2-run single by Zach Beadle, and then an RBI ground out for Tyler Schoenfeld. Ben Haller alongside Rory Tettemer. Saturday night baseball on what's a beautiful weekend, should be all weekend, weather-wise, for some baseball. Last time we were here, it feels like we couldn't get any window without raining. Game 3 in a rubber match against Down East. They said it was a getaway day for the Bird Dogs, and they said we have to get this game played. And they started the game in pretty hard rain. Florence ended up getting that win. They have won all 3 series before this one at home so far, thanks to 3 rubber match wins. They keep this lead, they won't have a rubber match tomorrow and already take the series against the Boomers. 9-1-2 for Florence, Beadle, Tucker, Schoenfeld.
It's a beautiful night for baseball, Ben.
It's about as good as it gets. Pretty
Yeah.
solid crowd on hand. Again, another night where the walk-up must have been pretty good. Beadle takes the first pitch high for a ball.
Yeah, without a doubt. Good walk up here. Maybe some Grateful Dead fans seeing it on the marquee board. Oh, yeah. Got some Grateful Dead concert after the game tonight. Might as well go to Florence Yalls.
Swing and a miss.
Now, you had mentioned we had gone through a lot of our promotions already, but we haven't even got to the
big ones.
The big ones,
yeah.
The Bluegrass Blowouts. Now, I think that next weekend that we're here is like June 26th, 27th. We have 2 Bluegrass Blowouts on that weekend.
It's be a fun weekend.
Yeah, back to back. That'll be good.
I think it's a way to make it up a little bit for just not being at home much in the month of June at all. Only 9 home games for Florence in the month of June.
And you said you were going to start playing the saxophone during that time, or?
I'm taking opinions. I could do saxophone, swing and a miss for Beadle, down on 4 pitches. I could pick up some sort of science, become some sort of medical
Science,
doctor.
yeah. You come back and you just have a bunch of rocks in front of you. You're just a geologist now.
Definitely not becoming a 6 handicap golfer, like you said, though.
I think I was saying 4.
Not that either. Called strike to Tucker on the outside. Quarter, 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out to second.
Nice to meet you, man.
0-1, fastball. Again, Tucker. Another very successful afternoon. 3 for 4 yesterday. 2 walks. He scored 3 times. Yeah, it feels like at this rate, Tucker might beat Zeiser's record. Breaking ball outside. Zeiser been here for parts of 4 different seasons with Florence. Tucker in his first year with Florence, but feels like every game he's scored at least 2 runs.
Yeah.
2-1 chopper to the left side. Late adjustment for Craig. He gets it on a backhand and cannot be picked at first base by Prater. Tucker over to second. There's going to be a throw. Does he get around the tag? No, he does not.
Man, that took a Schaumburg hop off that cement wall. A little bit closer towards Prater.
So a single for Jackson Tucker. But now trying to get to second base.
Any chance we could take another look at that replay on HTN? I did miss the beginning there. That was a heck of a slide attempt from Jackson Tucker.
It was beautiful. You can't really tell from this angle that if he actually got the tag down because he was kind of blocked. You can just tell by the mannerisms that, he got that without a doubt. Base is empty at 2 outs for Schoenfeld. Florence with the 2-run lead, 3-1. Schoenfeld's got one of the 3 RBIs, but it was on a RBI ground out to second in the 3rd inning after striking out looking. I mean, a little frustrated at the call, too, all the way back in the first. Awaits the 2-0, and it's going to be a 3-0 count for Schoenfeld. Thompson trying to calm himself down on the mound a little bit. You could definitely tell the pace has slowed for him. And a late strike call on what Schoenfeld thought was a 4-pitch walk. Already threw his bat. He will slowly make his way to grab it from the man on deck, Hake Zeisler. There have been some people unhappy with Jordan Alfonso's strike zone today. Without a doubt. Schomburg does not give Schoenfeld the lefty shift that they give Zeisler and Bobo. He's going to punch this one into left center field. And one hop to center for a base hit. Hard turn around first. Thought about two, and throw gets away. He will try to get to second, but it's picked up right in time by Prater, and the tag's applied. 2 yalls in this inning. Singled and thrown out trying to get to second base. A very unconventional 1-2-3 inning for Thompson. We are through 5. Florence still a 2-run lead on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. (3-1) Florence over Schomburg, looking for win number 2 of this 3-game set. It's the first of 4 series that these two teams will play. 2 here at home for Florence at Thomas More Stadium, 2 out in Schaumburg at Wintrust Field. Villalobos back out for the 6th. 6, 7, 8, Calarco, Bonkowski, and Livermore. First pitch in there for a strike to Alex Calarco, who's been on base both times. Fastball up and away. One of those was an error, though, that he got all the way to second base on a poor throw from Garrett Broussard, who came a long way from his normal third base position to go grab it.
Alex Calarco, not the 2025 MVP like his brother Anthony Calarco, but also putting together a good season. 296 average entering today. Picked up that extra base hit back in the 4th.
1-2. Hard into right on a line. Bobo readjusting, and that's going to hit the wall. Hit hard enough, and Calarco, I don't know if he was hustling. He stays at first base. Not sure if that was a play Bobo was ever going to have a chance at, but again, maybe having some issues with the sun over in right field. Calarco out first to start the top of the 6th.
Yeah, I mean, that just took such a hard bounce right back out to Bobo, and Bobo's got the best arm in the outfield. Maybe for both ball teams. I don't know what to say about Schaumburg, but definitely for Florence, and just was able to get it in immediately. He'll take that for a single.
Runner on first with nobody out for today's beer batter. First pitch right down the middle of the zone for a strike. Beer batter of the game always brought to you by Party Source. Party Source is your one-stop destination for all things celebration. Visit them today at 95 Riviera Drive, Bellevue, Kentucky.
Just saw a kid chanting with Laura Renke about "We want beer." The kid,
unfortunately, kid, I don't think you'll be getting beer.
chanting behind home plate, "We want beer." Yeah, that kid's probably not even 7. Got a little while to go.
After that hard foul ball for Bonkowski, he's down 0-2. The Missouri St. Louis graduate just stays alive with a third pitch.
That's a future deadhead. Already chanting, "We want beer."
Is that what deadheads do?
Well, among other things.
It's been a consistent 1 strikeout per inning for Villalobos through the first 5. He's got 5 Ks, 1 in each inning. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Boy, he just hasn't thrown many balls. I mean, these counts have stayed 0-2, 1-2, and we've seen Schaumburg batters do a really good job fighting off pitches, but Villalobos just does not budge. He has walked 2 batters. One of those after what really looked like strike 3 to Kyle Fitzgerald an inning ago. Another 0-2 pitch. Another foul ball.
With an 0-2 count, I mean, it's a favorable situation for the beer batter of the game.
Certainly is. Has not struck out yet, so it hasn't hit, but fly out to right and a fielder's choice. And it's not going to happen here. A jam shot right at Brendan Bobo, who finally does make the adjustment for the first out and control 1 in right.
What's funny, it was actually Mitch Bonkowski on both. That was the adjustment for Brendan Bobo. He's caught 2 of his fly balls now, but immediately after, a misread in the outfield. Again, I don't even know if Bobo had a shot at that one.
Bonkowski just letting Bobo know that he can do it. He's okay.
Yeah.
Giving him a little practice out there in right field.
You're absolutely right about that.
1 out for Tony Livermore. Calarco, not a great runner over at first base. We've talked about, for his size, runs decently well. But he's a tall catcher. Throw to first. Did not get him. Boy, that was a good throw from Beadle. Zeisler just couldn't get the tag down quite in time. Long arms for Calarco to get back into first base.
He does have some length on him, no doubt about that.
Love to see that wingspan.
I'm interested in how he got the switch hitter ability.
Pitch was a ball to Livermore. Now he goes through an 87-mile-an-hour fastball up at the top of the zone, even the count of 1-1.
His brother is just, straight lefty.
Don't see a whole lot of switch-hitting catchers, but saw one here in Florence with Sergio Gutierrez for a few games this year, and in 2024, opposite way down the left center field gap, and it's Brodell who tracks it down for out number 2. Long run back for Calarco. He was all the way at second base. Couple of flyouts on back-to-back at-bats for Bronkowski and Livermore.
Man, that's a heck of a read there from Marcus Brodell. That's a ball in the gap through and through. Great first step from Brodell and able to get that on the fly. That saves extra bases, maybe even a run. Guess that was a peel over to second, making sure he tagged.
On the way back.
Yeah, on the way back. It's always an interesting rule.
Yep. To no avail. And again, Nelson's been up in a couple of situations with 2 outs today. All 3 at-bats have come with 2 outs. One of them lined out, one of them had an infield single. Fouls one back with a runner on first and 2 outs. An infield single was just his second base hit of the season. Limited number of at-bats. He's 2 for 10 now. Picked up his first RBI yesterday. There's that curveball right down Broadway, 0-2. Villalobos at 5 strikeouts, sitting at 94 pitches right now. This good chance this is it for the Florence lefty. 0-2 pitch, way inside. Righty warming up for Florence right now.
In the hoodie, which is absolutely a move that I would do. Get hot quicker.
Yeah.
Of course, I was pitching, warming up February in Massachusetts. A little different.
1-2, fastball way up, beat a look at first. So we can't quite, we don't have a number on it, and those face is a little too small for us to see right now. The bullpen. Tell you that it's not
Carter Hines,
Aiden McAvoy.
Indeed, a right-hander warming up.
2-2 runs full now on Nelson. Get the binoculars out. You might have to go by our TC Pops binoculars. Probably see him crystal clear.
That looks like Travis Phelps. I think I see a beard.
Runner will be off for the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. First, he'll have to go back to first.
You can also display process of elimination on the
bullpen, on the bench. Florence does have one of the furthest distances from the bench of the bullpen to where they actually warm up. Payoff pitch. Roped over the head of Baker and into left field. Clarko was off of the pitch, so he'll get all the way to third base. A 2-out single here for Cole Nelson, his second hit of the day. And Schomburg puts the game-tying run on base there in business. With the man on the corners at 2 outs at the top of the lineup, Alec Craig makes his way to the plate. Craig got this game started with a double, albeit not a very hard-hit double. A misplay by Bobo in right and a kind of a hustle to get to second base. He's got him on the corners with 2 outs. He squares around to bunt, awkward play, and Zach Beadle gets a gift right in his lap. With them on the corners and 2 outs, didn't mean to make contact after squaring around to bunt. Alec Craig cannot bring anything home for Schomburg. That's how Florence and Yannick Villalobos get out of the 6th. It's still a 3-1 Florence lead right here on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
Hooves Hangout pitching change here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's Holland Towns entering for Ross Thompson. Your Hooves Hangout pitching change, looking for a perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. Thompson's final line, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 4 Ks in his return to Florence.
It could be better, could be worse for Thompson. I'm sure he will want some of those pitches back. It really was just the bottom of the lineup of the 3rd inning that did the damage. First time through the lineup for Thompson. Able to recover a good bit too, but I think it was an extremely unconventional 1-2-3 inning there in the bottom of the 5th. Got the first guy out on a strikeout. Last 2 guys singled and got thrown out trying to get to second, both of them. So, did give up 2 base hits and only really recorded 1 out himself in that 5th inning. That's why Thompson's day is done. And it's going to be a tough task for Towns to come in and face the heart of this Florence order. 3, 4, 5, Zeisler, Bobo, and Richardson. Zeisler to start, 3-1 Florence lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Fastball way off the plate, the first pitch that Towns throws. Just 5 innings pitched so far for the righty. And a 1.8 ERA, a whip of 1. Fastball, cold strike on the outer part. So another reliever for Schaumburg with really good numbers. Last time that happened, though, Jacob Bell came in with a 1.4 ERA against Florence yesterday. He now has a 6.55 ERA.
Everyone's got a good ERA until they play the Yalls at Thomas More Stadium.
I guess so.
That's the true litmus test.
Zeisler's ahead of this count, 2-1. Make it even on a fastball at 87 miles an hour just on the outside quarter.
Although I will say Ross kind of played to his ERA. I mean, 3 runs. It's obviously over 9 innings, but ERA entered right about 3.3.
Zeisler at 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out to first. 2-2 pitch, stays alive. Last team Towns played with was the Williamsport Crosscutters.
In the draft league.
Of the MLB Draft League, yep. College career at Mississippi College. Opposite way, Zeisler slicing down the third base line. Fitzgerald runs out of room.
Mississippi College, huh?
18 appearances, 16 starts. .20 strikeouts and 15 2/3 in that MLB Draft League season last year, though. 2-2 pitch. Fouled again. Out of play down the third base line. Towns the 2-2. A lot of movement on that curveball. It's off the plate. Runs the count full. We were told to look for that split finger for Thompson. I think I saw it, but not quite to the effectiveness that he had it this year so far. Comes back heater, but they were shifted perfectly right to second base. Livermore, who was playing an outfield grass, will make the play for out number 1.
To be fair, I think that was just hit at your average second baseman.
Yeah.
Not like into a shift. It's just a standard ground out.
It's the first out that Towns has recorded. Now he's got to face Brandon Bobo. We talked about Bobo's success against Thompson. Not able to do anything. Couple of flyouts both to left field and the 2 plate appearances against the former Yale. And he'll take the first pitch and set it into left for a base hit. No one's going to slowly get all the way to the wall. Bobo's got around first. He will be at his second standing with a 1-out double.
Doubles. Always brought to you by Taco Mama, where anytime is a good time for a margarita. Visit their new location in Union off of US Route 42.
It's his 5th base hit of the series so far after a 4-hit night yesterday. Now Zade Richardson, strikeout and a fly out to center. It's been a little bit since Florence has had him at scoring position. Comes with 1 out. Almost gets hit. Fastball shaded Richardson away. Led the league last year in hit by pitch. I don't think we've seen many this year for Richardson, though.
No, not at all. Saw, I think, 1 on the road.
Takes the 1-0, punches it foul the opposite way. Downs comes back and brings the heat at 91. So you see kind of a similar arsenal to Villalobos. He has used the curveball a couple of times the first few batters. It's about a picture-perfect fastball.
middle of the zone.
You got to take a screenshot of that. I don't know how many times you're going to see that. But it's got the fastball at about 90, 91, and then the curveball he uses a lot. 1-1 here to Richardson. There is that curveball. It misses inside this time. Looks like that might have connected on TrackMan. Get a good look at the bullpen. Is that Travis Phelps, you still think?
Yes, it is.
How about Phelps going to come in and what will probably be a big situation, a close game. Start the 7th most likely. Curveball again, top of the zone, catches a piece to Richardson. Florence, we kind of said they don't really have another option. They need at some point to find a third high leverage piece. Now when I say they don't have another option, I'm not saying that in this game they don't have another option. Chopper to the left side. Craig waits on it and he'll fire to first base. Bobo over to third. Kind of a risky go there for Bobo. He was sliding to third, kind of looking over his shoulder. But they just get the throw over to first and the second out of the inning. Bobo now 90 feet away. We did move Broussard, they're saying here in the press box, to the double stack batter of the game because they said Brodell hits it in 7th every game, so Brodell's always the double stack batter of the game, which, by the way, did hit a double yesterday.
Yeah.
Broussard takes the first pitch down the middle of the zone.
And Broussard had 3 of them, so maybe they're just trying to give away double stacks.
So it is. Brodell is today's double stack batter, brought to you by Wendy's. Wendy's delivers high-quality food transparently. Grab a juicy double stack today at your local Wendy's. 1 in the zone, 1 out here to Garrett Broussard. 12 total bases in his 6-for-6 day. That included 3 doubles, a home run, and a couple of singles. The only time you usually see someone get 12 bases is like a 3 home run day.
Yeah. And it was surpassed Brendan Bobo's 11 total bases, but that was a 2 home run day.
Yeah.
As you mentioned there. So, that's just an incredible night for Broussard.
Towns ahead, trying to get out of the inning. 1-2, another chopper. This one's going to be fielded by Towns. He waits on it and fires a bullet to first base. So, very veteran play by Towns to get out of the inning. Nothing after the Brendan Bobo double. We'll see the Florence bullpen. It will be Travis Phelps here in the 7th. Rory Tettemer back on the mic. Florence leading 3-1.
Top half of the 7th inning, it's a Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. You can pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Lee's always fresh, never frozen. Christian Fedko, Miles Beal, Kyle Fitzgerald in a 3-1 Y'all's lead are the first to face the new righty Travis Phelps for Florence. That'll end the night for Yannick Villalobos. 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts for Villalobos. Fedko will lead things off here. Top of the 7th, 3-1 Y'all's lead. And always the top of the 7th brings us our Rip That Pack segment. We're joined by Cowboy Kurt Kramer. Kurt, how's it going down there?
Pretty good, Rory. What a great night at Thomas More tonight. We got Grateful Dead night here. All the deadheads are out enjoying themselves, enjoying some good old Nathan's hot dogs on a Klosterman bun, of course, and lots of cold, tasty beer flowing around tonight.
First pitch misses downstairs. It's Travis Phelps on the mound for Florence. Toby Hall is getting creative for the Y'alls here. Travis Phelps hoping to find a little bit more of a groove this time around. I don't know if he's wearing the metals or back to the molded, but we did mention earlier this game, Phelps is the one that had a tough time staying on the mound. Now, the mound's been being heavily treated in this game. I saw Corey Call make another appearance out there, putting more sand on a landing spot.
So, yeah, there is a plan in place tonight to bend back the grain on the mound, essentially.
Bend back the grain?
Yes.
1-0. What does that mean?
So right now the grain of the turf is facing home plate. So as the players put their plant foot on that turf facing home, it creates kind of a slippage. So we're going to try to turn that around, use a little tricks of the trade tonight, and get that facing the other way. So when they put that plant foot down, they're not coming across turf bent towards home plate.
Interesting. That one was in there for a strike, a 2-1 count. Phelps enters today 2 appearances, a 13.5 ERA, 2 1/3 innings pitched with 3 strikeouts. The 2-1 misses outside. It's been the control for Phelps that he's trying to get under, in his grasp here. His last appearance, 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs. He did have no walks and 2 Ks, a few hit by pitches in that outing. Here's the 3-1, grounds it left side. Broussard can't get there. It's into left field for a base hit. Now, if you were paying attention yesterday, we mentioned Travis Phelps' debut in 2025 happened against the Schaumburg Boomers on July 3rd, and they tagged him around for 7 runs in just 1 inning. In what was a brief appearance with the Y'alls in 2025. Trying to turn things around here in 2026. He's got a runner on first and the tying run coming to the plate here in the 7th. But, Kurt, you're up here for a reason. It's time for Rip That Pack. We're back to the 2026 Bowman. Off speed in there.
Yes, sir. Last night, a little Otani Bowman Platinum pool in my pack. Big Ben, how we doing?
As you say to him without his headset on.
That's okay.
And you got the win yesterday. With that
Kurt, I am great.
There we go. It's a small delay here in the bucket.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I guess it's just slow connection or something. I don't know.
Just singing your praises.
Between my mic.
Right, I'll let you rip first. I ripped first last night.
0-1 missed upstairs. The 1-1 count, runner on first, nobody out. Leadoff single for Christian Fedko. The 1-1 pitch in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 91 miles per hour. 22.07 on the spin rate.
Kurt, are you a Grateful Dead fan?
I am. I was just explaining to Rory last night my small stint on Dead Tour in my 20s. At that point, though, Jerry Garcia was no longer with us and living. But
it's a high hopper over towards Hank Zeisler. Tags first for 1. The tag applied over at second is not in time. Will be just a out over at first, getting Miles Beal there.
Yeah, like a lot of fans here tonight, I think I've seen Further and Dead and Company and all that good stuff. John Mayer now with the Grateful Dead. It's a pretty good show to catch.
I'm starting off on this Rip That Pack segment. I got Alex Freeland, rookie card for the Dodgers. I actually have his patch card at a 99 from another box. Bryce Eldridge, one of the top prospects for the San Francisco Giants. He's in Major League Baseball. Carson Williams with his rookie card. I broadcasted him when he was with the Montgomery Biscuits. Heck of a shortstop for the Rays. Wyatt Langford. And then we get that under the radar. It's Rainiel Rodriguez. I'm a big fan of the under the radar card. Rainiel Rodriguez, not as cool as the one we had for Sal Stewart.
Right.
But that is a very cool card. Oh!
Oh, I thought maybe I'd pull it since you pulled the under the radar.
And it was almost stuck. There's a grounder over towards the shortstop Baker. Throw on across the diamond is in time. 6-3 on the put away. Fedko does move over just 90 feet away to third. We get Brandon Tunick on the first Bowman Chrome, but then we also get the first Bowman Reptile of Kendry Churio, one of the top prospects to chase here in this Bowman pack. So Kendry Churio on the Reptile skin. And now that's 3 for 3 with me pulling the Reptiles on this one. You know what, Kurt? As I'm a good guy, I'll give you the one I pulled of the person I don't know who it is.
That sounds fair.
Does that sound fair?
Sounds fair.
It sounds fair. Ending it with Cash Mayfield, Coy James, and Andrew Solis. Ground ball up the middle. Fielded on the backhand from Schoenfeld. Tosses to Baker and didn't have time. A run comes in to score. That would have been a crafty play from Schoenfeld and Baker.
I like the idea, and if you don't have a speedy runner like Prater, maybe you have a chance.
Out of the lefty batter's box, too. So that's an RBI infield single. Makes this a 3-2 ball game. Immediately gets close for Florence once they head to the pen. This is what we've been talking about. Florence trying to find some lockdown guys outside of Max Whitesill and Aiden McAvoy.
So I start out with a little Kel Fernandez, Cam Schlitter, Jimmy Crooks.
Ooh, got the redemption rookie there.
Did. I got that. See, I got that last one.
You want Murakami. Oh, Trey Savage.
Trey Savage redemption.
I like that.
DeVries, Ike Irish, Patrick Cody.
Ike Irish, good one.
You like Ike Irish, huh?
I do.
Prater takes off. That one's sky down the left field line. Fouled. 0-2 count with 2 away and a runner on first.
So I still think you win the pack.
I agree, just because I don't think Savage will win Rookie of the Year, and that's really what it matters for, is if you win Rookie of the Year, that card becomes worth a little bit of money. But Savage is a very cool player to have. Right now, it's unless Murakami's really out for a long time, Murakami is going to win AL Rookie of the Year. Yeah. Dealing with a little bit of I believe it's a strain in his leg. 0-2, misses outside.
4-3-2, Kurt lead? Is that what I'm putting down? Or Rory lead?
They gave me the win.
Yes.
We also have to beat TC Pop over there, who's opening a Bowman Mega.
Yeah, I would love to see what he's pulling.
We don't know. We don't know what he's got over there. Runner takes off the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, bottom of the zone. Travis Phelps gets out of it, but does allow a run. It's a 3-2 Y'all's lead as we head to stretch time here at Thomas More Stadium. Marcus Brodell will lead things off for Florence. Up 3-2, trying to get some insurance here in the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time at Thomas More Stadium, always brought to you by Stretch Lab. Stretch Lab's team of highly trained flexologists will give you a deeper stretch than you can ever achieve on your own. Visit stretchlab.com to find a location near you. Looks like the same pitcher on the mound there for the Schaumburg Boomers. Should still be Holland Towns. Pitched a shutout inning in the 6th, gave up a double and stranded him on 3rd.
So made a nice defensive play at the end of that bottom of the 6th inning.
Brodell, Baker, Beto, all 3 scored. They're the only runs for Florence in the 7, 8, 9 of their lineup. Florence 3rd time through the order. Definitely needs some insurance. Now in a full bullpen for the Y'alls. Another righty warming up. And it looks like it's Ahmad Harajli. one misses outside. The Y'all's not going to their guys right now, trying to get creative and see what they have in their pen.
I was thinking, Rory, with the one inning for Phelps, maybe it's all right. We want to get into a point where we're just giving Whitesell and McAvoy one inning each, so you can use them a little bit more.
Yeah,
That's what I thought they might be doing with Phelps, and then they bring in Whitesell for the 8th and McAvoy for the 9th if all things go according to plan. But I guess not.
it's an interesting decision in a series-deciding game. 2-1. Misses upstairs. And now in a one-run game, it's even more interesting. I get Phelps with a 2-run lead. He shortens it down to 1. And you do go to Harajli, so it'll have to be Ahmad Harajli, who we've seen have, very good outings. He's had some outings where he's been hit around as well. Even he knows that. So we'll see which version we get. A full count to Marcus Brodell. So we're going me on the win there. We don't know what TC Pop pulled. Fastball misses upstairs.
We won't know till later after the broadcast.
That's the third walk by Marcus Brodell. Has not even registered an at-bat yet today.
No.
But I'll tell you what, if TC pulls something insane, I think we're going to hear it from over here.
Probably. And now we do have to either thank or not thank Noah Ravenscraft, who did get TC Pop a mega box. But if TC Pop wins with the mega box, are we still thanking Noah?
I mean, I'm a guy who likes to see other guys get good pulls.
That is true. That is true. And that's what Rip That Pack's about.
Now, if he's ripping a box of Topps Series 1 and he pulls the mantle, I might be a little upset.
We stormed TC Pop over there.
I don't think anyone knows he's here tonight. So
there you go. We'll put Ben on his broadcast, do his best TC Pop imitation.
Could you imagine pull the mantle on a broadcast of a Florence Y'all Schaumburg Boomers baseball game?
We'd be famous.
I have. I've gone to bed thinking about it.
You know what's wild is I talked about 2 stories yesterday on the broadcast. My phone, obviously, near me. At night while I was scrolling on TikTok, I saw both of the stories I was talking about pop up on my feed. Just completely random, so that tells you anything.
It does.
They're listening.
They're always listening.
I'll tell you, I am a big Mantle fan. I got to meet Mickey Mantle when I was 10 years old.
You would have liked our Tettemer trivia question today, then.
Yeah.
I met a lot of guys growing up, and Mantle was the only guy who sat and took time.
2-2 goes to the backstop, almost hits Baker. He ducks out of the way and just ends up behind him.
Yeah,
Brodell in scoring position.
Mickey, a true class act.
It's good to hear.
Another full count.
The locker room favorite. Everyone always loved the Mick.
Fans love them too.
He also had 250 home runs, reached base 2,000 times before he was 28.
Yes, he did.
It's just a fact I had just off the top of my head.
Almost every season, Mickey played with an injury that a lot of guys now would sit out with.
Ben, it's its own trivia question to say that he was the first to do so before 28. But we just so happens that there's been 4 others now in Major League history. I guess since 1947. That one skied foul up and over our heads. Count stays full. Nobody out. Runner on second. Y'all's on top 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Kurt, no doubt you'll be staying for the Grateful Dead band after. What can you tell us about I Dig Pig?
Oh, they're great.
As Baker soft serves that one out towards right field. Fedko grabs it, tagging second to third as Brodell. The throw comes in, but it's not in time.
So yeah, a Dayton band, Dayton Dead cover band led by Sir Jimmy Rogers, a great musician, great local act. They're going to play a lot of the Pigpen songs, hence their name, I Dig Pig. So Pigpen was a member of the Grateful Dead, and then he passed on midway through the band's existence. But all the early blues stuff is Pigpen music. So we'll hear a lot of good bangers tonight out of I Dig Pig. I'm certainly excited to hang around and listen to them, and of course, get some good, cold, tasty beers.
That's always the extra piece of Rockin' Saturday. It's
Yes,
always
sir.
that good spot on Rockin' Saturday. I'm also a big fan of the extra concessions food once you're leaving Rockin' Saturday that you're able to just storm and receive. That one misses outside a 1-1 count to Zach Beadle.
I'm a big fan of Rory Urnai's cornhole record on
Yes.
Rockin' Saturdays.
Done very good in cornhole. We've been lights out, some would say.
7-1, I think, sounds about right. If you combine the two.
Sounds
two
about right.
nights.
There are some players here, too. That's impressive.
Infield in, the 1-1, fouls it back. Zach Beadle with a 2-run double in the right center gap. His first time up. He's 1 for 2 today.
I mean, we got guys in the house that live and breathe Saturday night cornhole after the game.
And we've been taking it to him. With a rookie in Ben Haller. Not a rookie cornhole player, but a rookie to the Yalls. 1-2. Misses inside a 2-2 count.
And if the ops guys are out there listening to this right now, might be getting them a little fired up.
Well, it's really just been Zach. Corey has been taken off early.
We've played a lot against Gabe.
Yes, who's also a good player.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-2 runs inside, almost hits Beadle. Now a full count.
The front office just filled with backyard true athletes.
Hey, that's why the softball team is 5-0.
See, there we go. Incredible.
Kick the payoff pitch, misses outside. 2 walks in the inning from Holland Towns has put runners at the corners with 1 away and heading back to the top of the order for Jackson Tucker.
Now I got to know who is leading and who has the highest batting average right now on the Y'all's softball team.
Well, since you asked who's at the highest batting average, it's it's me. Now, you could have asked an opinionated question. I would not have said myself because I would hope someone else would say it.
I want just hard facts.
Yes, you went a hard fact,
Yes.
and I would say I probably do. We're not keeping stats. I would say, a good amount of there's some good talent on the softball team. Everyone hits. We're a offense first team.
Offensive powerhouse.
Yeah.
Greater Florence Softball League.
And we're 5-0. We got a doubleheader coming up on Monday, perhaps a triple header if they decide to give us back that postponed game that we had a couple weeks ago.
Now I got to ask you, do you think that triple header is still in the Tettemer tank? You got
A triple
that in
header?
you?
Yeah, oh yeah. Out of the rest of the crew, it's going to be interesting when you get to game 3. It will be interesting to see. I know I definitely have it in the tank.
Water.
You know what it is? It's fun. Everyone says, even after our first doubleheader, I could play 4 more of these. So we'll see if they actually can, because 3 would be a lot on the body. That one's in there for a strike on the first pitch to Tucker. He's got runners at the corners and 1 away. A 3-2 Y'all's lead, looking for some insurance. Would definitely be needed.
Maybe some waters only in that first game.
The 0-1 rifles it into right field for a base hit. That'll bring in Brodell. Florence gets their insurance. It's a 4-2 ball game.
That's big. You're not planning to use your 2 guys out of the bullpen. I mean, you kind of know what you need there.
That's the 3rd hit of the day for Jackson Tucker. Puts runners on first and second. Kurt, you're getting a call.
You're being
to the
summoned.
Tyler Shaneyfelt. That one misses outside. So we're losing Kurt here, who's got a quick run to handle something. Florence is in action, though. Runners first and second, and 1 away. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 count to Shaneyfelt. Picked up an RBI ground out in the 3rd and a single in the 5th. Here's the 1-1. Bunts it down the third base line, but foul. Now a 1-2 count. Trying to get a, bunt for hit / sacrifice attempt. I've mentioned it before. Anytime Schoenfeld's showing bunt, he has a good chance to get on base. So it usually always does it for a hit.
Right.
Now with 2 strikes, corners do back up. Called time as looks like a ball ended up on the field.
From the bullpen? That won't be good. That ankle.
Yeah, that can't be good in that angle. It's a 8-foot-tall fence. And you'd have to throw it over. One-two count. Towns kicks the 1-2 delivery. Fouls it away. We'll do it again.
And Florence would love this one, too. I mean, you feel pretty good tomorrow. You got your ace back on the mound, Evan Webster. His first home start in quite some time.
1-2, misses outside. Look over at second. Here's the 2-2 to Schoenfeld. Fouls it away. A good at-bat here from Schoenfeld, refusing to give in. Staying alive at the plate. Florence could use all the insurance they can get.
I mean, no stranger to some shaky late 8th or 9th inning situations.
Certainly not. The 2-2. Schoenfeld ropes it in towards right field. It's dropping quickly and in for a base hit going towards the corner. Off for the races. In comes Beetle. They're going to give a stop sign to Jackson Tucker. An RBI double from Tyler Schoenfeld. Florence on top 5-2.
Yeah, kind of an awkward one where Schoenfeld looked like it was about to get jammed. He had to turn on that really early, but just able to get enough of the barrel to the ball.
Florence still in good company here with runners on second and third, and Hank Zeisler at the plate, the captain, trying to come through.
Can't say enough for guys like Brodell and Beetle, able to get on and walks and just set at the plate for the big dogs in the lineup.
Zeisler trying to protect a 17-game on-base streak. He's 0 for 3 today. That first one misses inside.
This could very well be it for him, too.
Yeah, might be the last chance. You're in the bottom of the 7th with a 3-run lead at 5-2. That last hit has put them tied at 8 in the hit column. 1-0 is in there. 93 miles per hour still from Towns. A little bit of action in the Schaumburg pen. Looks like a righty is either slowly settling down and is already hot, or just getting warm. Tentatively. 2-1. Off-speed misses upstairs. 2 walks and 2 hits in this inning. 2 walks from the bottom of the order. 2 singles and doubles at the top of the order. 2-1. Zeisler fouls it away. .92 with a 20-60 spin rate. Harajli still is the one in the bullpen for Florence. He certainly loves to see 2 extra runs of insurance. From the stretch infield in, the 2-2. Check swing. Ooh, goes all the way around. To me, it doesn't even look like he barely even checked that.
It was close. From my vantage point, it's about as close as it gets. And it's not a situation where the third base umpire, Caleb Groom, was out of position. He was right down that third base line.
Yeah. But now moves over towards second, which is interesting. Now he's up the middle. Brings up Brendan Bobo. First pitch to him. He swings through the off speed. Bobo today is 1 for 3. He had a double back in the 6th, stranded at third. On the stretch, the 0-1. Bobo pokes it down the left field line, but foul. Now 0-2. That was the fastball top of the zone. I don't know if he'll see that again.
Just a tad late to the party.
He went with it. I mean, it was outside. Would have been great against this shift.
Yeah.
That is, once again, having the shortstop on the right side of the second base bag. Pitch clock violation on the pitcher. 1-2.
Don't see that a whole lot. You did see it a decent amount when it first got introduced, the pitch clock.
Runners second and third, 2 away. Towns, the 1-2 to Bobo. Off speed, misses outside. From the stretch, glove at the chest. 2-2. Ground ball up the middle, right into the shift. Craig bobbles it a little. Throw comes on to first, and it's not in time. Goes awry. 1 run comes in to score, and Shaney felt right on his back. A 2-run E6 from Alec Craig gives Florence some more insurance. They're on top 7-2.
Well, they had the shift there. Still got to make the play, though, even if you're in the right spot, and Craig cannot. And these insurance runs all of a sudden get just more and more important for Florence.
That's just massive. I mean, that was a ground ball perfectly hit into the shift from Brendan Bobo. Craig not only bobbled it and then tried to rush his throw. It was a scoop attempt from Prater, who couldn't glove it. And that leads to 2 runs coming across for Florence, 4 in the inning. Of course, those last 2 unearned against Towns, whose night is done. A 7-2 Y'all's lead as we head to the bullpen again for Schaumburg when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Hoops Hangout pitching change. Looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards? Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hoops Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. New wing in for the Boomers. The night is done for Holland Towns. This will be Wyatt Cameron in, the right-handed pitcher for Schaumburg. Towns goes inning and 2/3, gives up 2 runs, 4 runs in total, 2 of them earned. A couple of walks in the inning. Both came in to score. 2 base hits from Tucker and Schoenfeld. The all still with Bobo on first. He had an E6 there. That plated 2 runs. Grounds that one up the middle. Just running over to second will be Livermore to end the inning. A fielder's choice, 4 unassisted. Florence picks up 4 here in the bottom of the 7th. Heading to the top of the 8th. It's 7-2 Y'alls when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Lee's famous recipe chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. Pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's famous recipe chicken. Lee's always fresh, never frozen. It's Ahmad Harajli in for Florence. We're leaving Travis Phelps, who goes just the inning, allows 2 hits, 1 run, picks up a strikeout, no walks. Decent outing there for Travis Phelps. Helped a little bit by Florence getting 4 more runs, making this not as tight a game. Florence now with a 5-run lead over Schaumburg, just trying to close it out. They're 6 outs away from taking home the series against the top team in the West Division.
Yeah, this is not a decision, all right, hey, we got the insurance. Let's go to somebody like Harajli. Harajli was the one warming, even when this was just a 1-run game.
Yeah, no, and he was warming up for a long time. It ended up being a long inning. We said it before he came in. He's had some very good outings, including back against Evansville on May 17th. That one's cranked out towards right center field. It's well hit. Bobo on the run in the gap over towards the wall. He makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 away. That's the 3rd fly out to right for Mitch Bonkowski.
Sun's going down a little bit. Makes it a little easier for Brendan Bobo out in right field.
Brings up Tony Livermore, who's 0 for 3. It was that May 17th outing for Harajli. 2 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 Ks, looking solid. But then there's been outings like he had against Down East, May 23rd, 0.2 of an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, no walks, and a strikeout, where he just got hit around a little bit, brought home some inherited runs as well. On the season, 7 innings pitched, 12 hits, 6 runs, 6 walks, and 8 Ks, just the 1 home run. 0-2 count against Livermore. He's got electric stuff. 96 right there. That one's a swing and a miss. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Puts him away on 3 pitches. That's the 3rd time Livermore's gone down on Ks. Brings up Cole Nelson, who's 2 for 3 at the bottom of the order.
I'll tell you what, these first 2 games, just overall, I've been really happy with how Florence pitchers have handled this Schaumburg lineup. But you do have to mention the injuries that Schaumburg's had. But
no doubt.
It really hasn't really mattered who it is. everyone's been able to, at points, really mow through the Schaumburg lineup at different parts.
93 dotted in there for a strike. 0-1 to Cole Nelson. Harajli in the zone. The 0-1 in there again on the off speed. 0-2. At this point, you're going to see Harajli in the 9th as well. If it wasn't for that first pitch being in out, Harajli's thrown all strikes in the inning. Little Johnny Cueto pivot misses outside. You like seeing that? He started implementing that on the road, actually.
I mean, if you want to call him Johnny Cueto, I got to see the 24 on his back facing me. Or 34, jeez.
Louis Tiant-esque. El Tiante. The 1-2. Fastball misses just barely at the top of the zone, tickling the zone. .94 right there. That was touching the zone. 2-2. Misses downstairs, now a full count. Has the bat come off the shoulder of Cole Nelson?
Not yet. Not yet. He's got 2 hits today, too. And there's one out. Remember, those laced line drive right at Tyler Schoenfeld.
You're right. Seen the ball well at the bottom of the lineup. Wines delivers the payoff. That one's fouled away.
He's also come up with 2 outs in every single at-bat so far.
Yeah. Harajli, the 3-2. Skies it out towards right field. Foul over towards the kid zone. Harajli trying to end it in 1-2-3 fashion. Picked up a fly out on the first pitch and just 3 pitches, a strikeout to Tony Livermore. The payoff again. That one's fouled away. We'll do it again. Count stays the same. TC Pop is telling me that we won our Rip That Pack against him. He got
so you are the winner?
Yes. He got a Mojo refractor of PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong. Payoff pitch. Punches it out towards right field. Hanging up for Bobo, who's all over it to make the grab and end a 1-2-3 frame from Harajli. Looking good out there. Harajli puts him down in order. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Florence on top 7-2. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Florence on top of Schaumburg 7-2. Appreciate you guys sticking around. You're listening to Florence Y'all's Baseball. Frontier League Network powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Y'all's Radio Network. Assuming Florence maintains their advantage, I don't even know if I want to say that one, Stephen Gregg. He's talking about a sweep tomorrow for the first home sweep of 2026. He's trying to say he's going to bring out a broom. Schaumburg's a talented team.
If you wait 3 outs, but then if you want to make a decision after that to bring your broom to game 3, I'm all for the bringing brooms to game 3, bringing luck for a sweep.
How about that? Garrett Broussard, Marcus Brodell, and Dylan Baker due up for Florence. Still Wyatt Cameron on the mound. He's got some life in his arm. 91 dotted up on the outer half. 1-0 count. Broussard today 0 for 3 after a 6 for 6 day yesterday. Trying to get on the board here. 1-0. Misses inside. Florence warming anybody up out in that bullpen? I don't see anyone. So it looks like they'll go with what I said. Ahmad Harajli, probably a 2-inning relief appearance. That one's fly down the right field line over onto the kid zone.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's extremely efficient top of the 8th for him, too.
Isaac Milburn is the one going to the bullpen right now.
Wouldn't that be a plot twist?
Milburn has apparently done it before where, you know, he's just throwing his regular day and then has come in to pitch. Toby was telling me about that. So at the very least, you know, Milburn is just throwing to throw.
Now, in a 5-run game, though.
In a 5-run game. But, you know, it could be, hey, Milburn, we need you to throw this, you know, bullpen. That one's skied way high out towards right field. Out goes Livermore, the second baseman, in shallow right. Some range there from Livermore to make the grab. You know, you send Harajli out there, and then if Harajli gets into trouble, all right, Milburn's warm, let's put him in. Because he's already just throwing, you know, a regular pen. We'll see. Obviously, Millie, you know, not scheduled to throw in this series, but he would be throwing on Tuesday. That'll be when Windy City comes to town, pitching against his former ball club. A 1 in there for a strike. Brodell hasn't registered an at-bat today. He's walked 3 times, come home 2 times to score. Been productive at the bottom of the order. The bottom of the order today has produced 5 runs for the Yalls.
Yes.
Pretty amazing. 0-2, Brodell skies it high out towards shallow center field. Center, well, the shortstop, Alec Craig, trying to find it. He makes the grab for out number 2. Couple high infield pops.
Brodell with a little bit of frustration after that one, too, slammed his bat.
Not every day you see 98 just get sent sky high off the bat. Brings up Dylan Baker. Baker 1 for 3 with a run scored in the 3rd. That one's in there for a strike. So the bottom of the order right now is 2 for 6 with 2 RBIs, 5 runs scored, and 4 walks. It's pretty amazing.
That is pretty good. And you don't have to do too much. Again, you're just setting the table for guys like Zeisler and Bobo who haven't had awesome games. I mean, Bobo had the double.
That one's fouled away.
But outside of Bobo's double, those two were combined 0 for 7.
0-2 count to Dylan Baker. From the stretch middle of the rubber, Cameron's 0-2 pitch. Off speed, called, strike 3, top of the zone. He puts Florence down in order. The Yalls trying to close out this win. A 7-2 lead as we head to the top of the 9th. When we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top of the ninth here on Grateful Dead Night. Ahmad Harajli back out on the mound for Florence. He's trying to go 2 innings in relief here. They're questioning whether Zach or Isaac Milburn would enter this game. Looks like he had stopped throwing in the bullpen. Ahmad Harajli will try and close it out. The Y'alls on top 7-2. A 5-run lead. Should have plenty of room to work with. Top of the order, though. Tough task for Harajli. Craig, Fedko, and Beal, 1, 2, 3 in the Schaumburg lineup. Harajli had no trouble with the 7, 8, 9 when put them down in order. 1, 2, 3, 8. First pitch in there for a strike. Florence has outscored Schaumburg 24-6 in the series so far. Trying to take home the series win. 0-1 misses inside. Alec Craig today is 1 for 4. Doubled and scored back in the first inning. It's the only time that Schaumburg held the lead. 1-1 in there for a strike and a nice off speed. Florence used a 3-run third inning and a 4-run seventh to get their 7 runs. Zach Beadle with a 2-run double in the third. RBI ground out from Schoenfeld in the third. Then in the fourth, it was 2 walks from Brodell and Beadle at the bottom of the order. Jackson Tucker with an RBI single, Tyler Schoenfeld with an RBI double, and then 2 runs came in on a Brendan Bobo E6 that extended the inning and gave Florence some needed insurance. The 2-2 misses inside a full count. If Florence is able to hang on, it would be the first win of the season for Yannicker Villalobos, who was extremely good in today's game, going 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. Ground ball right side, past the diving Schoenfeld into right field for a leadoff single from Alec Craig. His second hit of the day brings up Christian Fedko. Fedko's been on base 3 times, singled and scored in the 7th. He's 1 for 3, reaching on an error and a walk as well. Villalobos back-to-back outings with 6 innings of work. In both outings, he pitched well enough to earn the win. Florence had their bullpen cough up his last start. Let's see if they can hang on here. First pitch in there for a strike. Nobody out and a runner on first. Top of the 9th. Thomas More Stadium, a beautiful night for baseball. Wind starting to pick up a little bit, create a little bit more of a chill. 0-1 misses outside. Fans can stick around after the game for a Grateful Dead cover band concert. I Dig Pig is the name of that band. The 1-1 off speed in there for a strike at 79, 20-46 on the spin rate. Mentioned the last time Harajli on the mound, also a talented golfer. Did beat me in a putting contest. I'll wear that one on the chin. 1-2, grounded foul down the third base line. Florence and Schaumburg will battle again tomorrow. A 1:07 start Sunday afternoon. Evan Webster will make the start for the Y'alls. Buddy Pindell for Schaumburg. That one's sky down the third base line. Foul territory. No one's able to get to it. We'll do the 1-2 over. Buddy Pindell used to pitch for the Windy City Thunderbolts last year while Toby Hall was the manager. It was a trade from Windy City to Schaumburg for the playoff run for Schaumburg. Pindell looked really good in the orange and black for the Boomers. Florence had hit him around here at Thomas More Stadium last year. He only lasted like 2/3 of an inning. Craig takes off at first. The off-speed misses upstairs. Throw down to second. Not in time. Alec Craig with a stolen base moves himself into scoring position. A little easier stolen base there just because it was an off speed. Two count with nobody out. Beetle going to go talk to his wing. Wasn't going to be a meeting on the mound, but now Toby Hall is going to come in and join this, try and calm him down. It was one of those meetings before where it was just going to be Beetle and the umpire. And it wouldn't have counted, I believe, as a pitcher-catcher meeting. I don't know what the rules are for that, but for whatever reason, once the umpire's out there listening in, it doesn't count. Assuming it was just to switch up the signs. But Toby Hall comes in, says something to calm him down. Two and two the count. Nobody out here in the top of the ninth. Florence with a 7-2 lead. In a game where they've been out-hit. Now some action in the Y'all's bullpen. Two. This is upstairs. Full count. Be Carter Hines warming up for Florence. Lefty. Payoff pitch. Hot shot. Past the diving Baker into left field for a base hit. Craig will get a stop sign at third. Back-to-back infield singles has runners at the corners with nobody out here in the ninth. 5-run lead. Not insurmountable. Certainly not one Florence should be dropping here. The Y'alls on their side have had some crazy comebacks against Schaumburg. 3 walk-offs in my tenure here. There's a base hit into right field. That'll bring home a run, make it a 7-3 ball game. 108 off the bat from Miles Beal. That's 3 hits in a row. Runners first and second, and still nobody out. Florence needs to get that first one. Carter Hines is going to start to move around a little bit more. Harajli got to reel it in. A very good 8th. He's been trying to extend it into the second inning of his relief appearance with no luck so far. 3 singles in a row. Kyle Fitzgerald, the batter, he's 0 for 3 with a walk. First pitch in there for a strike at 93. Double play would be massive. Florence getting out hit by 3, 11-8 in the hit column. The 0-1 off speed, swing and a miss. Fooled him. 79 miles per hour. Called time at the plate from the righty Fitzgerald. Y'all's on top 7-3. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the slider. I said you needed that first one in the inning. Give a little relief to Harajli. He picks it up here. Toby Hall inching towards the top step, and he's going to go out. End of the line for Ahmad Harajli. Florence heads to the bullpen for lefty Carter Hines when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Back here in the top half of the ninth inning, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. Pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Lee's always fresh, never frozen. Carter Hines in for Florence, and now a save opportunity with what would be runners on base as the reason. Obviously a 4-run game, but runners on base would make this a lot shorter because they are Ahmad Harajli's. Hines coming in, inheriting them, makes it a save opportunity, even though it's just a 4-run lead he's protecting. Will Prater, the batter. Florence opting for the lefty-lefty matchup. Prater today is 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Runners on first and second. Hines has appeared in 4 games. 3 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. 3 walks and 6 strikeouts. He has looked very good for Florence, especially in some tight situations. You'd have to go to Sunday of the last homestand for Florence, where he entered entirely cold. It was a mix-up with the pitcher that came in on the mound, was not on the lineup sheet, and Florence had to switch for Hines. That first one gets downstairs away from Beadle, but nobody moves. Runners on first and second and 1 away. Y'all's with a 7-3 lead here, top of the ninth against Schaumburg. A win would win the series for Florence, move them 2 games above 500. Hines a look over at second. The 1-0. This is downstairs. Shows the extension of the Florence bullpen. Harajli, I mean, just absolutely picture perfect in the 1 inning. But the minute Florence had to try and get him into that second, he wasn't able to convert 2-0 in there for a strike on a nice pitch on the outer half. And now we've seen him pitch multiple innings before, but only on 1 occasion. So you might be able to find more success with Harajli, limiting him to just 1 inning. Here's the 2-1, runs inside and hits Will Prater. Airport paint and body hit by pitch. Also got a piece of the home plate umpire. That'll load the bases. Florence always tries to make it interesting. Tying run coming to the plate. The Frontier League MVP's brother, Alex Galarco, who's got 2 hits today. He's 2 for 4. I certainly prefer the 17-4 lead. Switch hitter Calarco in the righty batter's box. First pitch to him, fouls it away. Not only did Florence not go to their guys in this ball game, but now they're still going to warm up Aiden McAvoy in what is almost the same thing, warming up and burning him in a game. 0-1, misses downstairs. They got creative trying to close the game out with Phelps, Harajli, and Hines. Hines trying to get out of it so they don't have to use McAvoy, but I can confirm McAvoy warming up in the pen. 1-1, fouled away, 1-2. Hines has incredible spin rate on his fastball, 90 miles per hour there, 24-21. We have seen some really good fastballs from him that whatever he does, he just gets so much spin. It's really crazy. He'll get spin that you could see even on an advanced slider on his fastball, which is just rare. Hines the 1-2, fouls it away. Off speed there, nice slider, 23-54. Hines out of Edmond, Oklahoma. The 1-2, fastball misses upstairs. 2-2 the count with one away. Runners all over. The bases loaded. Single at least brings in two, you'd say. Here's the 2-2. This is inside a full count. Calarco trying to be a hero for Schaumburg. Florence just looking for an out. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball called, strike three. Dots up the outer half. What a spot from Carter Hines. Fully in the zone against Calarco. 24-15 on the spin rate. That's how you get it done. First K of the day for Hines, and now 2 outs, giving a little bit of relief on the infield. Able to play free and out at any bag. Mitch Bonkowski, who's 0 for 4 today at the plate. First pitch to him, missing at the bottom of the zone. From the stretch, glove of the belt, the 1-0, skies it high and foul over onto the concourse. Up onto the Cintas party deck. It's a 1-1 count. 1-1 pitch, fouls it away. Hines up 1-2. Schaumburg down to their last strike. Florence with a 7-3 lead. He's picked up 2 Ks in the inning. The bases remain loaded, and it's still a tying run at the plate. Hines trying to shut him down. Pick up his first save of the season. First base side of the rubber. The 1-2 pitch. Off speed, top of the zone. No good, 2-2. Grateful Dead night here at Thomas More Stadium. 2-2. Check swing. Doesn't go. Full count. He's gone to the top of the zone. 90 miles per hour there with a fastball. Full count. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Top of the 9th. The payoff. Skies it high. Down the first base line in foul territory. Bobo is tracking towards the kid zone. Running out of room. He leaps. Did he hang on? He does not. Wow, what a play that would have been. Oh my, Brendan Bobo, airborne over the wall. That would have been seen all over the internet. What a opportunity for Bobo. I mean, a very tough catch. I'm shocked he even dove, but that was crazy. The payoff again. Called strike 3, dots up the bottom half. Hines picks up the save, and Florence takes home the series win against Schaumburg. 7-3 on Saturday night. Y'all's 2 games above 500. What a win for Florence. Yannicker Villalobos picks up his first win of the season. The loss will be handed to Ross Thompson And Carter Hines gets his first save. Not without a little theatrics. Loading the bases here was Ahmad Harajli, and Hines is able to bail him out. 7-3 win for the Yalls. They take home the 3-game series with a chance for their first sweep tomorrow, Sunday afternoon. Interested in who Ben Hauer is going to grab here for our player of the game, and it will be Tyler Schoenfeld, who had a heck of a day. 2 hits for Schoenfeld, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. He had an RBI double in the 7th, and he's been a great player all day, making some good defense too. Tyler Schoenfeld, the player of the game for Florence. So we have Ben down at home plate, ready for the post-game interview. It's all you, Ben.
Thanks, Rory. Tyler, all you guys do is hit. That's 30 runs now in the last 3 games against a really good Schaumburg team. What makes this offense so hot?
Well, we love to hit here. We love hitting at home. These all have great approaches, and we love each other, so we try to do the job for one another.
Well, for you personally, a tough start to the season in terms of things that happen. You have the hamstring issue. You're out for illness for a couple of games. How has a game like this, where you pick up a couple of base hits, a couple of RBIs, how good does it feel to kind of get you back in the rhythm of things?
Yeah, it feels great. Been struggling with some minor injuries, like you said, but I've been hitting the ball hard. I just haven't really found some holes, and I'm glad I'm starting to find some holes a little bit now. So.
You got to pick me up from Yannick Villalobos, who had his 2nd great start in a row. He's someone you've been in Florence with for some time. How great is it to see him come out and shove again like that?
Yeah, it feels good to watch him do his thing. We all know he's got great stuff, and we know he's going to bring to the table. So it's good to see him back to himself now. So.
All right, well, everybody knows about your speed. You set the single season stolen base record for Florence last year. You're tied right now with Jackson Tucker with 11. Is there a little competition between you two and trying to get that stolen base title for this season?
Oh yeah, we definitely compete. We also live together too, so we're talking about it. But we gotta stop trying to take the extra base and just start stealing them. So yeah,
awesome.
We have fun with it.
Awesome, Tyler. Thanks. Go celebrate. Rory.
Thank you, Ben. That's awesome. I didn't know they were roommates. That's pretty funny. Tyler Schoenfeld, congratulations again on the player of the game. A fantastic game for Schoenfeld. He picks up 2 RBIs, a run scored. Zach Beadle, bottom of the order there. He had 2 RBIs as well, 2 runs scored. The bottom of the order did their job. 5 runs combined from Brodell, Baker, and Beadle. They led the team there in a 7-3 win over the Schaumburg Boomers. What a win for Florence. Villalobos gets his first win on the season, moving to 1-1 now. Carter Hines gets his first save, and the Yalls able to deal Ross Thompson his first loss here on Saturday night, Grateful Dead night at Thomas More Stadium. We will be doing it all again tomorrow as Florence aims for their first sweep of the season. A 107 start here at Thomas More Stadium. It'll be the left-handed pitcher Evan Webster making his first 2-start week here. Obviously a very good game where he won back on Tuesday, and then he'll be trying to come back here and finish off what would be the first sweep of the season for the Yalls, especially just a little bit more sweet at home. Against him will be the right-handed pitcher, Buddy Pindell. Florence has seen Buddy Pindell plenty of times, tagging him for a lot of runs here, and then he did make it up later on in the season where he was able to get the better of the Florence offense as well. So it should be a fun matchup. 107, first pitch here at Thomas More Stadium. Bark in the Park, family fun day Sunday. It's going to be a great time and looks like good weather for a fun Sunday afternoon of baseball. Heck of a win for the Yalls. They win the series over the Boomers, which is always good to see against such a talented team that's leading their division on the other side of the Midwest Conference. But Florence gets the job done. A 7-3 win over Schaumburg. That'll do it for us here at the Florence Yalls broadcast booth. You've been listening to the Frontier League Baseball powered by HTN and the Florence Yalls Radio Network. I've been Rory Tettemer alongside my partner Ben Hauer, who you just saw doing this sideline interview, saying so long, and y'all have a good night. Thank you, Ari. Appreciate you.